Hey everybody, welcome to episode 108 of the Unity Gaming Podcast. It is Thursday, May the 8th, 2014, and I'm Somppi.
I'm Riccio. And that's what Dan's doing at home because he's currently sick and away. And Kumar should be joining us later, possibly.
Hopefully, he will be joining us later. If not, Kumar, you're dead to us?
Not really. So the past few podcasts have been semi-bi-weekly, but now
that all the
school is done, my move is
done.
done. Kumar's moving away, but
moving away,
that's
but
fine.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
In terms of this interfering schedule thing, because Kumar, none of the setups at his house, we're back to being weekly.
Yeah, I think so.
And we've got a snazzy new setup and all that stuff. Well, not new, but
yeah, it's rearranged.
Yeah, more room.
New, amazing.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
spectacular.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Okay, all right.
Adjectives.
Thank you, Devin. My mouth just made a weird fart when I tried to smile.
It made a weird smart when I tried to fart.
I do that a lot, actually.
Weird smart when I try to fart.
I have a moist mouth. Okay, well, for any audio listeners, that probably sounded fucking disturbing. I have a moist mouth. No, I have a moist mouth, and sometimes when I try to smile, it just like I get like a fart sound coming out of my mouth, and I'm just like,
hey everybody, welcome to the Farting Podcast with our special guest Riccio.
Yeah. But so video games, Devin.
Video games.
What have you been playing in the past 2 weeks between?
Actually, a fair amount, to be honest with you.
School finishing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna start off with the my favorite news of the week for my video games. Riccio and I are both now Grandmasters in Counter-Strike.
No, it's not Grandmasters. Is it Grand?
It's Grand. I thought it was Grandmaster.
Grandmaster?
I thought it was totes legit.
Yes. Buy time until we can figure it out.
It's the AK on the emblem in Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Keep going.
Actually, another thing with Counter-Strike this week is they released
Master Guardian.
And Master Guardian.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Grandmaster. It sounds like wow.
Yeah, Master Guardian. So Riccio and I are both Master Guardian now. I achieved my rank yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
After a huge climb after my 7-day ban and going
your
from
second or third
7-day ban.
Jesus.
I've got 75 wins and you've got what, 64 or something?
I think yesterday was my 64th or something. Yeah.
So I've got 11 more wins than you.
Yep.
And that the wins are huge in Counter-Strike for boosting you up. And I had to win 3 more by myself to hit Master Guardian.
Grandmaster Guardian.
Grandmaster Guardian.
Is there a way to check how many losses we have in that? Because I know I've played a lot less games than you. That's why I think my 62 has probably gotten me higher.
Yeah, but I played a lot with a couple of people who are not the greatest, like Jake.
Dan and Kumar.
I'm gonna fucking call Jake out on that because Jake doesn't play anymore because he got the ultimate kill in one of our competitive matches, and
He's done. His career's over.
Yeah, he's done with it. He's like, I'm gonna end on a high note, and we actually won the match, and this was the winning shot for the game. We were playing on Dust 2, and he got a triple headshot through double doors.
Oh my god!
So one dude rolled through double doors, shot him through the head. Shot 2 other dudes through the head through double doors, and he's just like, yeah, I'm done here. I'm never gonna play this game again. So his final replay is just this triple headshot, and he's done.
Just to point out also, for anybody watching on the video version, on the left side over here, we've got Outlast Whistleblower DLC, which I was playing.
Which way am I going? That way?
Yes.
That way? Down?
Downwards, though. Your hand's out of the...
No.
Pull it back. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's... Okay. It's good.
All right.
Although due to Twitch, that video clip is currently buffering like complete madness.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great. So we both reached Master Guardian in Counter-Strike, which is pretty sweet.
Yep.
Now I'm scared to play.
Yeah, once you get up in the high ranks, higher ranks, it's not the highest.
But here's the thing: is the match that I won yesterday, we stomped the other team, 16 to 4. It wasn't even funny.
Fucked it up. Sorry.
And we had a pretty amazing match before that in the morning.
Yeah, we had we joined it, and then people were blaring
like Billy Idol.
Yeah,
and
and all this
like
crazy music during warm up.
Yeah, it was
So hard that somebody left because he couldn't fucking handle it.
and then like I ended up re-queuing and going against them again.
Yep.
It's a pretty sweet game actually. I like that. Yeah, so that kind of the Counter-Strike. I've been trying to get at least one match a day into that.
Yep.
The other thing that I've personally have purchased is a 3DS. I finally made the plunge to get into I guess all of the mobile ones that matter right now.
Yeah.
So I've got the 3DS and I've got the Pokemon X that I've been playing. And on Sunday, I played a fucking hell of a lot of Mario Kart against Dan, which...
I got to hear the weird end of it through a phone of you just yelling as if I thought you were going to murder Dan. But I guess that's Mario Kart.
Yeah, it gets pretty competitive. We ended up sitting for like an hour playing Mario Kart in my car, waiting for you to get out of the grocery store.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome, actually. I'm pretty impressed with how well the games run on it. I don't like the fact that like when you go to... I find the interface to be a little bit counterintuitive. Like, I don't find it to be like when I first...
On the 3DS itself? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I first like logged in 3DS, I was like, yeah, great, awesome, my home screen. Oh, it's just back me on my fucking game. And like, oh, fuck, like it's suspended now. And I can't open up another thing unless my suspended app is closed. Yeah. And I don't understand what the fuck's
Even
going on.
if it's just settings, usually it'll close and stuff too.
Yeah, so it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed with that, but I got a really good deal on them, so I bought two.
Oh, really?
I got one for Amanda and I got one for myself.
Perfect. What did you pick up for it?
I got Mario Kart and Pokemon, and she got...
Oh, she did buy Mario Kart.
Yeah, so we got 2 Mario Karts in the house.
Okay.
Which, now that I think about it, like, I should have returned one of them because I didn't realize you had download play.
Yeah, it doesn't let you do everything, though, I think.
No, like, full on, you can do any map, any race, any speed.
The person who you download to can
no
only play as Shy Guy.
Yeah,
and the achievements as well.
Only plays as Shy Guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not bad. And then she got the Mario one where it's the coin one. I can't remember the name of that one now. You know, though, it's like
Super Mario Bros. 2, like the golden one.
Yeah.
So I think it's Super Mario
Bros. 2.
Super Mario Land.
I think it might be Super Mario Land. Actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I got her. So she got that as well, and then she also got Mario Party, which she's actually been playing against.
I didn't know that there was a Mario Party for 3DS.
Yeah, there is, and so she's been playing against like AI bots.
I feel like that would destroy your screen or something if it's like tap 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 tap.
No, it's actually not that bad, to be honest with you. It's a lot of X mashing though.
Oh, okay.
So I can always tell when she's playing a bed, and all I hear is like, yeah, just like this like fucking X mashing sound. But that's a little awkward.
How bad that's... Just like wake up in the middle of the night.
Just fucking smashing that button.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
That's a horrible, like, innuendo that I just said there. Yeah. Yeah. So it's been pretty sweet actually. Having the 3DS in the house, but my fucking cat chewed through my cable.
The charger one? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like I'm gonna like have to chop it apart and like resolder the wires and like shrink wrap them.
The cat?
Yes.
Chop the cat.
Yes. I'm gonna chop the cat in half and just fucking resolder that bitch back together. 4-month-old kitten. Shing! Fucking.
Now you have a charger in your body.
You bit it, now it's in you.
Bite through that shit.
I actually just planted one of those wireless chargers in it, so I just rub my 3DS over my cat. Charges.
I think your house would be a very awkward household to walk into because you're just rubbing your cat and your girlfriend's like, just playing Mario Party in the corner.
No, but I actually want to get one of those charging stations that you got for, like the one that you had.
The 3DS XL. They had it on
Their
Club Nintendo.
Yeah, Club Nintendo.
Rewards.
Nintendo Club.
That
thing.
club.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get one of those because.
Yeah, I think they're only like $20 or something.
Yeah,
But,
I think I might just buy one off of eBay. I found one for like $10. So the reason why I like it is I've got one for my Vita already that like clicks into my bed.
Okay.
And so it's just like it's a perfect docking station for that. And that's normally where I play a lot of my like handhelds is when I'm like falling asleep.
Yeah.
Like I play a match of Spelunky every night. I do like the daily challenge. So I play a couple matches of regular Spelunky, then I play the daily challenge, and then like normally I die in the daily challenge and I throw my Vita across the room or like dock it back in. I'm like, all right, I'm good here. So I want to get like one of those docks for my 3DS so I can just like keep it beside the bed and just like pull it on and off and away I go. Because I just kind of keep like where I keep my mobile stuff and like my tablet's chargers there and stuff. So
Yeah, I think I want to buy myself a dock for my Vita. Actually, now that you mentioned
they're
it,
$20, man.
Okay.
And it just uses the Vita charger.
Yeah.
And it just like clicks in, and then you can pop out, pop in, and it's
Okay.
like super nice. It's not like it actually like fits into where the docking charger is. Like it's not connection based.
No, yeah.
Like the 3DS, so like it actually clicks, but it's super nice. Like honestly, I'm really happy with the purchase of it.
So I think if you actually have a dock, you could probably use that.
Wake Up Club.
Yeah.
I tried using that, but I keep like sleeping through it, and then like
failing.
and just failing. And I'm like,
Wait,
fuck.
if you're using it and I use it, I'll wake up at different hours, but
Whatever, man.
well, I can make it so I wake up on time, Devin.
Yeah.
Make you wake up early, Devin. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
so it's pretty sweet actually, to be honest with you. That little like docking station for it.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to get one for my 3DS. So
Yeah. It's a good idea.
and then that way, like I'm gonna have to resolder those cables anyway, and they'll just be hidden
In the cat.
in the cat with that wireless docking pad. Just rub that fucking shit all over it.
Oh man.
What else have we been playing this week?
So just to reiterate, what did you get for it? You got Mario Party for your girlfriend.
Yeah,
Mario Kart.
Mario
and what
Party
else?
for the girlfriend, Mario Kart for both of us, and then she also got
The Mario game, like the. Okay.
and then I got Pokemon X.
Okay. Was that part of the like free download thing?
No,
or-
that thing ended on like March 23rd, but it was
Oh.
still being advertised everywhere. So I bought it and was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll buy like Ocarina of
Yeah.
Time or some shit like that, and I get Pokemon. And then I like went like I got a really good deal on my 3DS. I got it like $40 off
Okay.
because you told me about the Staples is getting rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like I got $40
They're
off
actually-
for both of them.
Nice.
So both got $40 off. Plus all the games were like $5.
Yep.
So I got
Yep.
Mario Kart and
Wait, Mario Kart was $5.
Mario Kart was $5.
I should have got that.
Mario Kart was $5 and
God damn. Oh, well.
Mario
Mario and-
Party was
okay.
$5 as well. They had the Donkey Kong game, and I was debating on getting that, but then I
Yeah.
was like, I'll just if I want it, I'll download it.
Yeah, I like keeping a lot of stuff just on the cart now because swapping with the 3DS is just
A bitch.
even on the Vita actually.
Yeah, I don't do shit on my Vita. Like
Yeah,
I've got
just download it. It's
got-
it's $10 more.
I've got like Golden Abyss chilling in my fucking
Oh yeah,
thing. I never play it.
Uncharted.
So
Alright.
yeah, so I'm actually really enjoying the 3DS. I'm tempted to get Farmville for Amanda because she plays something
Wait.
called Heyday. No, it's not Farmville.
Farm Simulator.
No, fuck.
Oh,
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I get them confused all the time
Oh,
because she plays Heyday
Yeah.
all the time on her iPad,
Yeah.
and which is like a Farmville-esque kind of game.
Okay.
I don't know. Is Farmville called Heyday on the iPad? Or?
No, I don't think-
Okay.
I don't think so.
It's like almost identical to Farmville, but it has cuter graphics and it's
God damn, those
not
cute
as
graphics.
it's not as fucking like pay to win Farmville, like always asking you for cash.
Yeah, I feel like if you were to get her Animal Crossing, you'd probably.
Destroyer, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I might buy that for as like a Wednesday gift, kind of like here
Just a
animal.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like I bought her an iPad on a Thursday and was like, surprise, an iPad.
Where are my Wednesday and Thursday gifts, Devin?
Hey, you don't let me sleep with you.
Let's get this hooked up.
Yeah, so
I'll chew your cable. You solder me in half. Let's do this.
So like I actually really like 3DS. I'm glad I got it.
Yeah.
Plus I'm gonna get Ocarina of Time, and I want to get
It's kind of funny to get Ocarina of Time and then look at it and be like, man, this does look kind of weird. And then you look at the older screenshots, which look even worse than
Yeah.
like 3DS. You're like,
what the fuck.
this is not what I remember looking at. Like, this is really bad.
Kind of a segue from Ocarina of Time. I want to get the N64 cart. I've started collecting vintage video games again.
Okay.
So I've got a whole bunch of SNES games kicking around. Like I've got the original Mario Kart
Oh, God.
for SNES, which is just like a fucking flat plane.
Yeah.
And you have to like drive around this flat plane, and there's no crazy shit. It's actually a lot of fun. So I'm trying to collect like vintage carts again.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that's on my list is Ocarina of Time. So I found this wicked website through Reddit called
Yeah.
99 Gamers.
Well, it's like that trading game thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Do you get to keep them when you do that, or is it just like
Yeah, like so what it is you can put your used games up on 99 Gamers, and it kind of drives it by the market, so people will like always underbid you by like one or something like that. But there's a lot of vintage games on it as well, and they'll mark the quality of them on it, so like with box, without box, label,
Oh, sweet.
like
Okay.
everything like that. And so what you can do is instead of like, it's not, there's not a real cache thing, so it's like an enclosed area. So if you put your games that you're not playing up on it and like ship them, so you have to ship them at your cost, you get coins.
Now I'm on the website right now. Is it U.S., Canada? What is
U.S., Canada, the whole shebang.
Oh.
And so it's like an EB Games without the EB Games, and you can buy coins, but it's all a self-contained thing, so you're never gonna get your money back from the coins. Like, so you kind of like, once you dump the money into it, you've dumped the money into it. There's no getting it back. But it's pretty cool because it's this self-contained ecosystem where, like, and they've got like brand new games like 2 or 3 days after.
Well, they're
come
saying
out.
you can even like pre-order with coins like Mario Kart 8 and stuff.
Yeah.
So my question to you: have you actually used this before?
No, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is like search Zelda.
Well, I just have a quick question because it says like, for example, like Carlos bought Wedding Dash from Mark for 6 coins. Do you like send it to them and then they have your game, or do they kind of like, oh, someone bought it for 6 coins and you have to send it to them?
Yeah, so you have to send it to them after they give you the coins.
So you have to okay.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like
It's
a
like an
good.
eBay.
It's a good faith thing, and people will like grift you on it if you're not careful. Like I have yet to run into a grift on it, but like these are like $20. That's how much the card is. It's $20.
I guess at least if you send the coins and you don't get your thing, they'll probably just give you the coins back.
Yeah, that's kind of how it rolls. So it's pretty decent, and like they've got Majora's Mask on there, but that one's a little more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I see these 20 coins. 20
Yeah,
coins
so it's
there.
like a coin is $1 essentially. So it's not bad considering I've gone to flea markets and started hunting for stuff.
Yeah.
And there's one guy over who runs like at the Stittsville flea market down on the West End.
Sure.
He's actually like a retro game collector, and he's got like fucking Ocarina of Time for like $70. I was like, fuck that. There's no way in hell I'm doing
No
that.
way. Yeah.
But he actually runs a shop that's like a vintage collection shop. It's like a specialty thing. But like I've been hunting through Goodwill and like thrift stores and stuff like that to see what I can find. I haven't really found anything good. I found an old PlayStation 1. And I was like, this is the saddest looking PlayStation 1.
It's all yellow.
Super fucking beat up and like stickers on it. I was like, nah. So yeah, so I've kind of been going around and doing that. So I keep
seems pretty cool. Seems like a pretty cool website.
Yeah, I keep my eye on here every once in a while, and they kind of keep track of what you search.
Yeah.
So like when somebody new adds it, they will like send you an email being like, "Hey, this price has dropped. Like, I should have bought it, but there's an Ocarina of Time gold cart with the holographic, for $15."
I think I actually had one of those, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, so it was $15, and I was like, "Fuck, I should buy that," and then I didn't, and I was super bummed out that I didn't.
So just out of curiosity here on this website, how do you know how much you get for stuff?
Generally what it is you like look at it and see like you can see previous sales.
Yeah.
And see what people are like trading for.
Oh, okay.
And then you can kind of like gauge the market
I just
value
realized
of it.
it's $1 per coin. It seems like most games are like actually like 30 or 40. So it's
Yeah,
not
that's
actually,
that's why I like it. So it's like
that's pretty cool. Okay.
It's like EB Games, and all you do is fucking attach postage to it. You don't have to like overnight it.
Yeah.
Like I was reading a couple of reviews. There's just one guy who has been like making a killing, I guess, off of it. So he's been like essentially trading a lot of games.
Yeah.
And you can like see his reviewer score like eBay, and it's like 100%. And the guy's done like 250 transactions, and he guarantees if you buy any of his products are normally like a couple coins more expensive.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'll overnight it to you.
Cool.
So
What I'm actually curious about is that a lot of this stuff, like, I know a lot of people have been telling me in the channel to like pick up some random stuff for the channel, like some older games.
yeah,
So I guess that'd be a cool thing.
it's
like,
it's actually pretty sweet. Like
Skies of Arcadia. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's put Skies of Arcadia. Let's see if Skies of Arcadia pops up on there. No one's selling it. Garbage. So website's fucking piece of shit, Devin. I don't know why the fuck you know.
but like here's the
No, yeah.
the interesting thing is it's all like made by Redditor. Like
Oh.
it's a complete Redditor community based.
Oh.
So this was this initiative that was like a year and a half ago where people like somebody posted this idea of like, man, why the fuck do I trade in my shit to EB Games? Like all they do is treat me
Getting garbage, yeah.
all they do is treat me like shit. Like I bought this thing like, you know, like I bought this game for $60 and 3 days later I'm trading him for $7. Like this is bullshit. So he's super pissed, and then he's just like, all right, well, I kind of want to like, can you imagine this idea where gamers are trading on an eBay like thing, and like people started dumping support in, and then like people were like, hey, I'm a website developer. I worked for eBay for a while. Do you want some help like designing and building this? And
Yeah.
then more people like hopped on and like started creating, and like they've like it's actually pretty sweet.
Looking at these things, like it's actually cheap as shit. Okay, so I might actually end up start picking up some freaking games for the channel then on this.
Yeah, and it's really nice because if you sell stuff, you get coins, and then you can use those coins for getting other games.
Yeah.
And it's just like really
Just keeps
simple.
going back into it and you keep getting more stuff.
Yeah, essentially.
Huh.
Like I was thinking about putting my knack up on there because like I played knack for like 4 hours and I hate it.
Yeah.
It was such
It's not the greatest.
piece of shit purchase. It's just like it's stuff like that is actually pretty sweet, and they just dump a lot of crap on it. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
And there was talk if Steam does the game trading option that they were talking about for the beta. I was reading on
incorporated into this.
Yeah, they were talking about like creating this where you exchange coins and then like trade your game via Steam, and you like change your like trade Steam icons and like or Steam you exchange them and then do a trade, and then like as soon as your trade goes through you get your coins, and like integrating it into this so it's not just like it's kind of doing it that way. So
yeah,
it's pretty extensive.
I like this. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to check out to see it. Open invitation to anybody from the channel. If there's anything you guys want to see that might be older, feel free to let me know and I can search it up and see if it's
I want to do
cheap.
it for like 3DS games because they're normally super fucking cheap on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I can get the cart for it, then great, sweet.
Well, it seems like they actually have a lot of Wii games, which I missed out on, or like, yeah, just
they have a lot of like PS3 games. A lot of people dumped them when they saw that like the PS4 was coming out.
they're like fucking Freedom Fighter and shit on the PS2.
Yeah, it's like $5.
All right, so okay, well, I think we just advertised the shit on this website for a little bit for anybody who's actually listening. But anyways, goddamn.
Yeah, so like that
gonna use
is kind of the
this.
thing that I stumbled on for Ocarina of Time, and like I keep an eye
find.
on it.
Good find. Kingdom Hearts. I can get that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Do they have Dark Cloud?
Yeah, they have right fucking here.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
I kind of wanted the Dark Cloud.
Fuck, that game's so good. I'd replay the shit out of that.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's pretty sweet.
All right, so anybody in the channel, if there's anything you guys want me to see, feel free to link me stuff, and I'll probably see if I can get it for cheap on this stuff. But that's pretty cool. And I see a lot of these shipment people, like, click on it, it's actually only showing me Canadian ones, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So it forces me to get good, not shitty shipping.
And like they've got like a condition rating, which is really sweet. So it's like good quality, like scratched on one side, or labels peeling, or comes with box. So it's like they kind of like define it a little bit. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
So
I like
definitely
it.
would recommend checking it out if you're looking for some cheap used games.
Sweet.
Um,
I'm gonna stop scrolling down these. I'm trying to see if there's something that that's right.
I'm trying to think what else I got.
Yeah.
I started playing Stalker Clear Sky.
Again? Or did you?
I had only played 3 hours of that.
Yeah.
I'd never beaten it, which is weird considering I've got like 48 hours clocked into Shadow of Chernobyl and like 76 or something obscene like that in Call of Pripyat.
Oh god.
I didn't really like Clear Sky because that's where they started adding in all these like random fucking systems, like you now build your own armor and like upgrade your gun and like weird.
Those sound like cool things, Devin. I don't know what.
No, but like the system's fucking weird. Like you have to go get blueprints and you have to find these like USB keys, and then you give them to this guy who, like is like the general, like is it the equivalent of a blacksmith? I actually think it's called the gunsmith.
Okay.
And you have to like give him the plans and then you can upgrade it, but like you have to find tools to be able to, like you have to give him tools to upgrade.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. The system was a little more refined in Call of Pripyat because they had this dude who was just hammered, and you can just like this is how you actually got him to do stuff. Is you found a toolkit with like tools, like it was one of the missions. You had to find toolkit with tools, give it to him, and then he's like, "Oh, you found tools, great. Do you have any vodka?" And you can just like feed him vodka, and if you feed him too many vodkas. Too many vodkas.
Too many vodka. Dude, I have so many vodka right now.
I think that's the title of our podcast. Too many vodka. If you feed him like a couple bottles of vodka, he actually passes out. But if you feed him like I think it's like 3 or 4, he like lowers his price by like 50%.
Oh my god.
So it's just like, but it like changes almost every day. Like it's like a random number generator. So it's like you feed him like 1 or 2, and he's like passed out, and you're like, shit, I can't get any upgrades for a fucking day. And like, so it's this like really interesting like system you got going on.
Did they actually ever introduce in either Call of Pripyat or Clear Sky the ability to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah?
I believe
Or
it's
is it a
in
mod?
Call of Pripyat where you can sleep.
Uh,
You can go to your bed and you just like pass out for a bit and wake up.
remember in Shadow of Chernobyl,
There's
where
no
it just,
sleep.
it was just like, oh, it's nighttime. I'm just gonna go. I don't want to explore, and just kind of wait.
Yeah.
Daytime, please.
The thing that really bothered me about Clear Sky was I don't know. You don't play as Strelic. You play as a different character.
Okay.
I don't really know the actual backstory behind it because I've only played like 3 hours.
Okay.
But the reason why I fucking hated it is the emissions happen more regularly, and as you play the game more and more and more, the emissions happen more.
Okay.
And what ends up happening is you play this character whose nervous system is like burnt out by the emissions,
Okay.
and you can't actually you can't be out during emissions. Like people it always says like hide, but if you're even out by like if you've got your toe out of shelter, and your hitbox is a little weird, so if you have your toe out of shelter, you just fucking die and it like kicks you back and restarts, and you're like, the fuck is this shit?
Oh my
So it's like
God.
I found it really frustrating because I remember the exact reason why I quit playing that and like just moved on to Call of Pripyat was I was in this area looking for artifacts, and I had like my scanner out, and like you can upgrade your scanner, and like you can roll around with a pistol and a scanner, and it like beeps for artifacts.
Okay. Yeah.
And then more upgraded ones actually have like directional in it, and then like
Oh, cool.
the most like insane one is like almost looks like a HUD, like a mini map on the scanner.
Are the artifacts the same thing? I think in Shadow of Chernobyl is like you equip it and you get like
Yeah, it's
more.
it's like it's essentially like a multiplier mutagens in
Yeah.
Unreal. So like you can equip one that gives you like 400 plus radiation, but if
Yeah.
you get stabbed, you're gonna bleed like a motherfucker,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like stuff like that. And you can constantly swap them in and out, which is really cool. So I always keep a stock of like 5 or 6 of them.
Okay.
And then depending on like if I'm going after more artifacts,
Yeah.
there's this one in Call of Pripyat which makes you immune to anomalies. So you can just like fucking run through fire anomalies and like collect them, and then just like sell them back to people and get like mad amounts of cash.
Yeah.
It's fucking so broken because there's this one area where every time you go to bed and wake up, there's like 6 or 7 fire ones, and they sell for the most rubies.
Yeah.
So you just equip this anomaly that's like gives you fucking 700% immunity to fire, and you're like, but like makes you super susceptible to electricity.
Okay.
So you have to be really careful because it's got like an electricity trap, and then it's just fire. So if you can avoid that one electricity
You're
and
just
just equip
make
this,
a
and
shit
just
ton of
like
money.
making shit ton of money. So like that's what these artifact scanners do. And I was looking for it, and I had like the second best one, which is a upgrade that you can get really early if you farm a bit.
Okay.
I just farmed by killing bandits and selling their guns.
I really want to play Stalker.
Man,
I
that game,
wish, I
that
feel
game
like,
is so fucking good. You like the Metro series? I don't understand why you don't like Stalker.
I think no, I don't hate Stalker. It's just that it was scary and creepy. No, but I recently I kind of feel like maybe I'm a bit more less sissy. So maybe
Well,
I
if
can
you
try
want,
again.
I will play I will restart Shadow of Chernobyl with you, and
Okay.
like we can go through it kind of together at the same time.
Okay.
And we'll do Clear Sky together at the same time, and we'll do Call of Pripyat at the same time.
That'd be cool.
So if you want to like clock
Yeah.
through them like that, those games are by far my favorite first-person
Yeah.
shooter. I love the atmosphere that they've done on it. I love the levels, and
I feel like whenever I was playing it, I think we talked about this when I was actually playing it a few months ago or whatever, a year
like a
ago.
year and a half ago.
But I really like the exploration and finding stuff. But like the second you go into that like first
bunker.
bunker and it's like, oh look, there's those glowing-eyed fucking bloodsuckers or whatever, and they're invisible and they scare the shit out of me. I'm like, I guess the game's done for me. I'm just gonna stop. But yeah.
I really like it because you can modify like your like it's got the first one has a very primitive modding system, so like you can attach a silencer, take a scope on, like stuff like that. So I really like building my ultimate weapon, and I break the game I've played Shadow of Chernobyl so many times. I know exactly how to break the game into a manner where like I can immediately get like an AK-47 assault rifle, like one of the better ones, the military grade ones. Like you know when you leave the first like Stalker town, and then you
Yeah.
got the military base over to the right there.
Yeah.
Okay, if you get a pistol,
Yeah.
and you can buy it from the trader, so you have to like sell all your shit, and you got this pistol, and it's silenced, and it's got really good aim, and it's got decent distance, and it uses just like the regular bullets.
Yeah.
If you get that pistol, you can actually go and there's a patrol, like a military patrol that walks out a certain distance. And if you clip that dude, as soon as he gets to the end of his patrol before he turns around, nobody at the base notices you because you've got the silencer on it.
Oh, God.
And you just like walk up and drag his corpse into the bush and like grab his AK and like
You got everything.
and you have like this like beautiful AK and all these military like health kits. And if you're stealthy enough, you can actually use this AK, which normally gives you like maybe 25, maybe 30 rounds,
Yeah.
and you can actually clear out the rest of the military dudes.
Just get all the ammo and armor.
Yeah. So there's about 15 guys who spawn, and like the siren will go off.
Yeah.
But they'll like run out at you, and because there's all bushes there, you can kind of like one shot them with the AK, like just like put it to single shot
Yeah.
and just like fire once, and like you can actually headshot people and drop them. So like if you do that, it kind of like breaks the game a little bit because you're just like rolling through all these monsters and like
Already overpowered for stuff you're supposed to have later or something.
yeah, it really becomes this like I like doing that because it's not, you don't feel like overpowered. You feel like you've got this greater sense of exploration.
Okay.
Like you can still be overrun by like zombies really quickly if you're not careful, and like radiation will fuck you up super quick. So it always is pretty neat playing this game because it kind of it takes the aspect of like, I have this fucking shitty pistol. That dude's got a shotgun. I need to do something. So you can kind
I
of
need that.
yeah, you can kind of ice him pretty quick. So
You're like playing stalker, suddenly your guy puts it sideways. Just
well, like the thing is like you've got that lean.
yeah.
So like I always like bait people by like shooting at them once, then running behind a building, and like they'll look for you and they know where you are, but you can just be like, boom, and like pop back, and they always one shot people. And they've got great ragdoll physics, so whenever they die, they're just like fucking kind of go limp and like it's amazing. Yeah, so I'm playing through Clear Sky, and I'm hoping to get that done.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna finish off the last little bit of Metro Last Light. I played a
you
little.
never finished it?
No, I am like so close to being done.
You did with a lot of games, I feel.
Yeah.
Like Infamous.
Man, I've got like 30 minutes left in that game.
It's terrible.
I have all the fucking power-ups for all the fucking powers. I don't know how much more of that game I've got left.
It's terrible, Devin.
But here's the thing, is like I get burnt out on them.
Yeah.
Like all the mechanics run like sour for me, so it's just like they're all kind of the same, and then like I just get burnt out. I didn't hold my interest.
But it's
It's a good game.
It's every time like just the final level or something stupid. And you're like, oh, I think now's a good time to stop.
Yeah.
I think if I
Well,
take
it's like,
a break right now, I
What
can come back to this.
Bioshock Infinite?
You're like a level away. Oh, I stopped on the airship. Devin, that's the end. Oh,
Shit. All right, I'll finish that up.
I guess I'll pick it up sometime.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I was looking at games to play, and I only had like an hour, and I didn't want to get too far into Metro Last Light because I wanted to kind of finish that in one go. So maybe on the weekend I'll like try and hammer the rest of that out. But I really like the Stalker franchise. That's kind of it's like my favorite.
Well, if you finish the Clear Skies, you'll probably want to feel like going through Metro anyway, because it's like the same stuff.
I love that fucking Russian accent that everybody has.
Just like Russians.
But it's like
Yeah, no, it's charming. I'm gonna
It's
say
just like-
charming.
they have a really
Say
like
more.
a really unique take on it, and I'm really hoping that Stalker 2 is not dead after 2K. Was it 2K who went under?
Yeah, but I feel like they were doing their own thing anyways.
They
or
were
something.
bought out by Deep Silver,
Yeah,
and they were working on Stalker 2.
yeah, maybe.
And then the creator of Stalker 2 was like, "Yeah, this project's on hold." And then
Maybe.
I haven't heard anything about it since. But they were gonna add like, there was talk like I was reading through some of the forums for it. They were gonna add like this crazy ass crafting system, and they were gonna add
man.
like modifications you can do to your guns. So it's like this one's more of a sniper rifle, this one's more of a silencer, like crazy shit like that.
soft pieces of it. And make
Yeah,
your own.
like essentially. So
Let's make it Mercenary Kings. I want mine to shoot fire.
it'd be fucking
Be a
great.
sniper shotgun.
It'd be fucking great.
but,
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm trying to think of what else I've played. Do
I don't
something
know.
else.
I feel like ever since we stopped school, just like peace, Devin, and just like fucking did my own shit for a little bit, and I didn't really talk to you that much.
Yeah.
Not in a hateful way, but
I'm trying to think of what else I played though. This always happens.
I feel like nothing really came out on the PS4 that you would have played, unless
No.
you maybe tried Mercenary Kings.
Oh, Fracked.
Oh, Fracked OSC, yeah.
Yeah, that was-
OCS.
it was that,
OSC.
a music exploration game.
Yes.
which is really fucking cool.
I also played through this thing completely. Did you finish it or did you?
No,
just
I'm like 5 levels in.
You're an hour away from the end. No,
No, I'm 5 levels in.
Okay.
And so I kind of got a little confused with a couple of puzzles that I didn't really get.
So first things first, you go into that game. So first things first. Fract OSC is a first-person puzzle-y adventure game that's heavily based on music. It looks kind of like you're in the Tron world for most of it, and all the puzzles you end up doing usually have like some sort of beat that it starts building until you have like an overarching.
Yeah,
crazy...
the synth ones are like mainly connect the lines and like adjusting and.
But the main thing is that all the puzzles, or even just exploring or understanding like the fast travel and all that stuff, like it literally just drops you in.
Oh yeah.
Tells you like, hey, if you left click on things, it activates, and then it just stops.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay. Then you just kind of explore and you got to figure out some stuff. But
like, I didn't realize that you had to. Did you play with a controller or mouse?
I play with mouse and keyboard.
Okay, so you know where you go into the like movement view where you like have that like everything kind of goes blurry on the screen and you can adjust knobs and stuff like that. I don't know what that view is called. Like you have to hold the button to be able to adjust a knob and like it kind of grays out some things.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't realize when I went to the like fast travel system, I just like stepped into it. I was like,
oh
man,
yeah,
this thing's got nothing fucking in it. This is some bullshit. And then I like misclicked it like because I was playing on a controller and was like,
it's a teleport. Yeah, same thing. So Fract is actually a $15 game on Steam.
I got it on sale.
Yeah, it was on sale earlier for I think like 15%, like it was $12 or something, $12.59 or something. But no, so the whole game, actually, can I see how long it took me to beat it? It took me about 5 hours to finish it, and I did it all in one sitting because I could not stop playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game manages to do some really cool stuff with music. It lets you build like your own tracks in the world, and you don't realize that it's like your custom track that you're building as you go through it, and it builds into this cool song, or it's building something. No, they managed to make it feel like almost like a Myst game where you used to explore a lot with like the sense that you get from playing Portal once you finish some retarded puzzle and you're like, oh my god, I figured it out, and it's really cool to go through it.
I really like that. You get a great sense of accomplishment because it, like you said, it doesn't explain anything. So when you actually get something, you're like, fuck yeah, like I'm a genius. And then you look back at the puzzle and you're like, man, that was really fucking simple.
Yeah.
Shit.
Once you figure it out, you're just like,
fuck. How did I not know that beforehand?
Stupid game. Yeah. But yeah, no, Fract is definitely awesome if you enjoy music or you enjoy games like Portal and stuff.
Check it out for sure.
For $15, it's pretty awesome.
And then when you beat the game,
it unlocks something
something fucking crazy. And so the reason why I bought the game was I want to learn more about electronic music.
Yeah. So
like dubstep and stuff like that. That's the most common one, as well as like drum and bass and all the other subgenres of electronic music. And I was reading a review online of it, like just scrolling through the community ones, and it was this guy wrote it this huge fucking block of like text, and I was like, man, that's huge. And he gave it like a really good number, like I think it was like 9 out of 10 or something. And I was like, okay, like I'll read through this. And the guy like talked about how it taught him the basics of like electronic music and like how to like what it actually meant. I was like, oh, all right, sweet, sold.
When you realize what when you realize what that game is doing or teaching you or doing, yeah, it is kind of teaching you stuff, which is really cool. And yeah, finishing that whole game is just really like, it's no story revelation or anything, but it's just there's no real story to it, but it's just whatever that game does is so goddamn good, and what you get to do once you finish it is fucking awesome. And I messed around for like an hour in the end game stuff, and it's you just make really dumb stuff, and you can kind of learn while you're playing it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's why I'm playing it, because I've got a lot of the MIDI controller pads and stuff at home already.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mess around with it and see how that goes.
Yeah, no, Fract is definitely pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, I think that about wraps it up for me. I've been playing the usuals: Spelunky, Luftbrowser, a little bit of Hearthstone, keeping up on my WoW. I nearly subbed back into Eve.
Yeah, I had to stop you from that one. Not that Eve is bad, it's just that where we were at in Eve became not really being, like, sure you can mine, but you're not really building towards anything. It was like you have to start doing the exploration part.
Yeah.
And that's really tough to go solo or just to kind of,
but like,
unless you go fully into it and get a corp and do all that stuff. But.
Yeah, so I was just like, but then Eve just emailed me and was like, hey, you like new ships, right? Hey, you like world events, right? Hey,
I thought it was gonna be hey, did you know that 3 months right now is like 33% off? You're like,
shit, Eve.
Wait, does that mean I can go for 3 months and I play like a month of it? No, but yeah.
Actually, last time we subbed for 3 months, we actually ended up playing.
We went fully into it though, like when we started exploring towards the end, except for whenever we started dying a lot.
And I got fucking blown up by those dudes.
It's like, Devin, don't go around that thing. Oh, Devin's dying. I'm just warping out like, you're fucked, bro. I need to get out of here.
The worst was they let my capsule fly around just to the warp gate and then fucking blew me up.
Just to waste your time.
Oh yeah, it's like,
oh fuck. Yeah,
when it was orbiting me, it was orbiting my fucking capsule.
One day, whenever I have more time to have like, or if I just feel like becoming an Eve streamer, maybe I'll jump back into it and go fully just
full bore.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know.
Fucking, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Going into that low sec stuff and like having me launch those probes and like scan around and then like fucking go in and like blow all those NPCs up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were ratting or whatever.
Yeah,
I forgot if we were trying to go to those things. And
we got a lot of cash ratting too. We got
that's
12 million a hit.
Was really good.
I just think we should have.
Scary though, but yeah.
I think we should have
been more careful, or
no. I think we should have picked a spot in like medium sec and like made it our home.
Oh, not gone so full.
Not like fucking 12 jumps, because it was like,
hey, why don't we try -1? Yeah, but if you go to -2, then there's this like you get like 3 million more. Oh, -3 is like no, -5 million. Let's go -3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a horrible idea. Go farther and farther away from our home sec.
Yeah.
But
man, it's fucking so dumb.
Eve was pretty rad.
It's pretty fucking rad.
I have no doubt that I'll resub to it one day.
Oh yeah.
Now it's not the time for me.
It's one of those ones where it's like, I play it and I'm like, man, this fucking shit's really sweet, and then I gonna get burnt out a little bit, and I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, I feel like when I hit 90 in WoW, I'm gonna be done.
Oh yeah, until the expansion. That's all I pretty much want to do is hit 90, try like the Mr. Pandaria dungeons, do like a bit of PvP, and be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, actually, that was something I played yesterday.
Wow.
I played some BGs.
Oh yeah.
I did some battlegrounds, and I realized battlegrounds are fucking hard when you have nobody you're talking to.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just typing shit, and it got ridiculous. Me and this one rogue stuck together. We kept ganking this healer that was just like running around. And like what would happen is like, I think it's a priest has a fear now.
Yeah.
They have like an
it's
AoE
like
fear
or whatever.
Yeah. So I would like do a charge and root the person, and then do a pummel, which would stop casting for 4 seconds. And at that time, the rogue would run around and do a sap.
Yeah.
I just beat the shit out of him. And like this happened like, I don't know, like 20 times.
Well, I know we're between the levels of 60 and 70 right now, so we're like in the first expansion, and
I'm actually really enjoying Burning Crusades.
Yeah, I like when you finally get there and all the dungeons kind of become not so open and old school, and more fun, I guess.
Yeah, they're more straight shoots.
But yeah, no, I'm psyched to just the speed that you can level up once you get to the Burning Crusade stuff is a little ridiculous from doing dungeons. So I think that if we were to, let's say, go hard for like a week, we could probably be 90.
I actually done many dungeons in BC. I did
you still get a shit ton of experience.
I did like Hell Ramparts and Blood Furnaces.
Yeah.
And then I did the Bog.
Underbog? No, Underbog is the
Underbog.
raid.
No.
No, is Underbog there?
Underbog.
That area.
Serpent Shrine Caverns is the raid.
Yes.
Underbog is the 5-man. And then
sense.
there's the Slave Pens and there's a third one. There's 3 in
Marsh? I have no idea.
No, it's 3 in Zangarmar Marsh.
I remember Zanger Marsh having really good music because somebody kept playing this the music for it in Plug DJ when I was casting, and I was like, man, this song's good. I forget what this is from. I check them like, fucking wow. Gotta play WoW now.
I actually I played with a really good healer who was similar to like how how you play. And it's just like the guy was just like, all right, because like we did a couple of packs in Underbog, and he's like, okay, you're pretty decent at tanking. Just fucking round him up. And like he had a macro where he's just like did like he was an elf, so he did like kind of like the dance twirl thing, and it's just like round him up and did the spin. I was like, man, this guy's fucking sweet. And just like rolled around and picked up everything. It's pretty kick ass. So it was it's just pretty sweet. No, I definitely.
But yeah, if we'll be able to get to the. I just can't wait to get to the Mr. Pandaria stuff because I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it. There's a lot of cutscenes in it and stuff, so it seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like they brought their animation level up a fair amount.
Yeah. And apparently they hit 1 million pre-orders for Warlords of Draenor.
That's pretty intense, man. When you think about it.
Yeah. Also, random other news. Apparently, Dota 2 surpassed the amount of active users that WoW has. Like, because Dota, like, not all online at once, but I think Dota has, like, 7.95 million active users, but WoW has, like, 7.9.
I wonder what League has.
I don't know.
I feel like League has, like, high tens.
I feel like Dota's been exploding recently, but yeah, maybe League is still...
like, I feel like after... what was that?
Free to play?
Yeah, free to play came out that everybody was like, yo,
Dota.
Dota.
Man, I gotta play fucking Dota.
Dota's sick. One other thing that I got back into, weirdly, I bought a Microsoft Surface RT tablet for a really good deal. And I've been streaming my desktop to my tablet.
Yeah.
And I've been playing games that don't really require, like, quick reflexes. So I've been playing Hearthstone on my tablet in bed. And the other thing that I found out is a great... tablet thing. Well, two of them.
Being told League of Legends maybe has 20 million active users or something.
Holy
stupid, so I don't know.
shit!
I'm gonna you just talking. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. League of Legends.
So I've been playing FTL and Hearthstone pretty regularly because they don't require.
In January 27, 2014, they said that 27 million people play
Jesus.
League of Legends every day.
Jesus, like active
every day. That's probably 27 unique users logging in.
Yeah. That's fucking insane.
There's more stats here. Here, keep talking about.
So I've been playing FTL, like streamed through my tablet, and the other thing I've been playing has been Civ 5 through my tablet, which actually is really kick-ass because Civ 5 comes with a Windows 8 touch compatibility mode, which is fucking sweet.
Hey Devin, are you ready for the monthly active users in
Fucking
January?
lay it down on me.
70 million.
What the fuck?
What is that number?
70 million unique players?
It says, yeah. So in 2012, it had 32 million only. And then in 2014, it has 70 million.
What the fuck, man?
What is happening?
Think about it. If every one of those accounts only put $5 in,
yeah,
like that's fucking retarded.
Wow.
And they're just opening up their
wow.
They're just opening up China as a market, eh?
Mind explosion. I didn't.
That's fucking insane.
So that's unique accounts. So there could be people like having
smurfing and everything, but
even then, it's like divide that by 3 or something per person. It's still retarded.
It's fucking insane.
All right, well, go League of Legends. You guys have lots of money, I bet. But speaking of League and or
what do you got first? League or Swag of Legends?
Swag I don't know.
Swag of Legends.
I last night got into Smite. I tried it.
Describe that to me because I have no idea what that is.
All right, so I want you to picture.
All right, I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. All right, paint me a picture.
Now, Devin, I want you to picture like a League of Legends.
Okay.
But looks a little bit more good, like Dota, let's say. But not Dota.
Okay.
Not Dota. Okay.
All right.
Now, pretend you're looking at a League / Dota game. Okay.
All right.
You're
Top
peeking.
down.
You're peeking.
Okay.
And then
all right.
slowly, as if you're zooming in, zoom in. You're behind the character. Now stop. So it's a third person.
That's kind of weird.
Okay. And the camera is locked to moving left and right. You can't look up. You only look left and right. Feels weird at first, actually. No, you're like, look up, but you can't. Doesn't matter. Anyways, and then it just pretty much is like League and Dota, but it's like you control your character directly. You can jump, but it doesn't do anything. Your character just kind of hops, but doesn't actually go high or anything. So it's just like whatever. But it still has like the lanes and stuff. So it becomes a game that's less like League and like scrolling around the map and paying attention to like looking at the mini map and paying attention like, oh, that dude just went into there. There's camps, like everything is labeled really good. There's a mini map that kind of shows like all the camps. And in League you have like the red buff and blue buff for I think like health regen or mana regen or something. I don't know that stuff too much. But in this you have like every camp in the jungle, you'll have like one that gives you a speed buff, one that gives you damage, one that gives you mana regen, one that gives your whole team more money. And then there's one that's just a big boss that I think just gives everybody money or buff or something. I don't know what it does.
All right.
And because there's no top down and scrolling around, you're running around and there's like not neon, but like glowing signs that point to like, man, it's over there. There's the jungle. Like, so you're running.
Oh, okay,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
good at giving you information.
So you don't have to memorize the map.
Yeah, exactly. But what I like the most about it is that it, at least from my experience, is that it reminds me more of Awesome Knots than it does
Alright,
like something
yeah.
like League, because it's more actiony. You have direct control. There's
It's
just
not so clicky.
yeah, it's not so clicky, but there's also like it kind of seems more fun. Like it takes itself seriously, but not really, I guess. But there's like
It's
cool
like
moves
tongue in
where
cheek kind of.
yeah, but like the combat's really cool because like before I didn't like it because when you'd hit people, it didn't feel like you were hitting and like it felt like there's something missing. But now it feels really good.
Yeah.
And there's even moves you can like hit your skill and you kick a guy into the air and you go up and it goes like that like I don't know, like Japanese kind of like red lines going everywhere. You're like you're just like fighting
Like
all
a
stupid.
Marvel,
Yeah.
like Marvel versus Capcom finisher. Like,
Yeah, and then you kind of go up and like you kick him back down. Like one guy who I don't remember his name, the dude who I like using is like a god of death. So the whole thing is also on gods instead of champions. So it's all like Athena and like weird crazy stuff.
All right.
But mine's like a god of death, and one of his cool moves is that his ultimate is you just launch into the sky, and then you can just kind of fly above. And if people are low health, and it pings on the map when people are low health, so you kind of get like this heartbeat when someone's near. So you fly up, and then you just like you're like pretty much like in space. You just fucking dart down, and it's like land on a dude's head and explode him, and it's really
That's
fun.
fucking great.
It's so dumb, but like it's so over the top and awesome. But
So it's not super serious about it.
yeah, but it feels really cool. It does some really good stuff for noobs where you can tell it to auto level your skills. So like it'll just kind of be like for this character you usually want to focus on your like one, let's say. So it'll keep pumping it a little bit into there and spreading it out so you can try the character. But the thing that I like so far is that there's an auto buy.
Oh, that's nice.
So when you first open up the
So there's no like crazy meta.
no. The cool thing is also the items in that game are really good. So you buy like a sword and then you look at it and then there's two more. Then there's two more, but there's not too many different things and it's all neatly like goes up in a tree or branches out or whatever. But
Yep.
the auto buy, which I thought was going to be super garbage and just sort of like buy the recommended, it actually like the recommendeds that it shows you, it doesn't even buy those. It buys like super proper items and stuff.
Really?
So
Holy shit.
if you don't even want to pay attention, you just put it on auto buy. And you can, I think, when you're looking at like the character select, you can go and customize what the auto buy does. So if you just have a build that you always go for, I think you can just like put it in, and then
Wow,
when you load up the
that's-
game, never have to even look at the menu. It'll keep buying potions when you need it and shit. Like it's
fucking
really
sweet.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. Like the barrier to entry was just like getting in and being like, oh man, we get destroyed by people who know what's up. But it makes you do a practice match against bots before doing anything. The auto buy was really good, and just I don't know, it just seems really fun.
That's pretty sweet.
The game mode's really cool. There's like a 3v3 thing, which is just one lane.
Have
There's
you ever played an ARAM?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it feels like that actually, but
Alright,
it's not
'cause, like,
randoms and stuff.
ARAM is just like, hey, you just get this fucking champ you've never played before.
Yeah.
Shen.
Also, the purchase stuff in that game, so it's like League.
Yeah.
You have like the 6 random heroes every
Yeah.
week or something or month, and but you can buy every hero that's out and that will come out, and you just spend $30,
Oh, that's nice.
and it gives you all of them, which
pretty
seems-
fucking cool.
which is really cheap too. But you can still like the favor, like the IP or whatever that you gain. You can still
Yeah.
buy skins and stuff with that, which is still like gives you something to
Pretty
build
sweet,
for.
actually.
But what do I want to say? The queuing system. You know, when you play League, you play Dota, you play anything, or even Counter Strike. The Counter Strike's really fast. You hit like search for game, and then it's just like it ticks up. And you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's gonna take. It says estimated. What Smite does, and I don't know how it does it, is it you're looking at the queue screen, and it'll have like every game type, and then there's timers that are ticking down.
Oh, yeah?
So you click on queue and say it says 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. When the 2 minutes and 30 seconds is done, you are queued, like it is gonna finish. So no matter what, even though like it says like it's always counting down. So say you just got out of your game in 1 and 10 seconds, you can click on it in 10 seconds you're in.
Wow. Holy shit.
So I don't know how they know that there's gonna be enough players, but
That's pretty fucking cool.
it's
man.
really awesome because you can be like, oh, it'll be 3 minutes till we get into there. Go get some water, go get food or something,
Yeah.
come back, eat, and it's I don't know. That queuing is kind of cool. But
That's actually really sweet.
Smite's pretty awesome. I randomly got into it last night. I've been playing it all morning and all night last night, and I intend to play more of it.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, random. Lots of. I didn't expect to enjoy it, and I really did. Yeah. Anyways, I played Smite. Another game I played yesterday and finished was the Outlast Whistleblower DLC. It's out for $9 on Steam. Probably like not Green Man.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PS4, but like good old games and all those non-DRM or DRM free websites. But yeah, so the DLC whistleblower stuff is like 3 hours long, and without spoiling stuff,
I want you to look at like the big thing for me right now is game time value proposition.
yeah,
Because like console games are now $80.
yeah,
PC
for in
games are,
in Canada with
in
taxes
Canada.
and
So like,
69.
let me put it this way: for the 3 hours you played, that's
Yeah.
$3 an hour, that is one extra large coffee an hour. Did you get your money's worth out of it?
Yes, because Outlast, Red Barrel's the team behind Outlast, are like the gods of horror-y type games for me now. Like the blend of awesome gameplay, good controls, super sweet graphics, maybe not good scares, but like just feeling like everything's really intense and you're kind of like on the edge of your seat for a lot of it. I love it. It was so good. I really wanted more Outlast. I can't get enough of the style of that game and all that stuff, especially the gameplay of like running away and feeling chased, and you can sprint down a hallway, and I use a controller so you can hold one of the triggers to look over your shoulder and see like a dude still chasing you, and you keep running and you're leaping over shit. And
That sounds pretty fucking amazing.
it's really good. I really love Outlast.
I tuned in for the tail end of it,
Yeah.
and then you showed me that part today. That was just
Yeah, there's a part in the Whistleblower DLC which is definitely not family friendly, but it's really good. That whole So when I picked up Whistleblower, I figured they were going to reuse a lot of stuff, because what Whistleblower is, it's a prequel. Because at the start of Outlast, you kind of go to the asylum, and you kind of have an email from one of your buddies who's just like,
Yeah.
oh man, there's some weird shit going on here. Like, fucking, you've got to come check it out and report on this, because it is, like, you got to tell everybody about this. So that's how Outlast starts, and how the Whistleblower DLC starts is that you're typing that email and you're sending it, and then you're the guy who's still in there before the report arrives. So you're doing stuff before he gets
so
there.
shit just goes fucking downhill.
So you kind of go through the downhill, and it's. I thought it was just gonna be like, okay, so it's gonna rehash the areas, it'll rehash whatever, it'll be the same people that were in Outlast, but no, they do a really good job at doing like new places and new enemies, and new types of stuff, and it's and the story is actually, they're going big with this, and
There's no like real combat with it, is there?
No,
Like,
there's no fighting.
Okay, that's what I
you're
thought.
always running away. You could. Somebody brought it up actually in the chat. Like, why don't you just fucking hit him really hard with the camcorder? I'm like, yeah, you could probably do some damage with that. it's like a brick in your hand. But yeah, no, like I can't praise that game enough, because it's the first scary game that I love the gameplay of it. Usually, like every time you play a freaky game, like they try to like mess with the controls a little bit to make you not feel like super
powerful.
Yeah, like you had Amnesia, which I really liked because it was super scary, but like I didn't like the click and open doors and stuff. Sometimes it wouldn't work out so good, and you kind of get stuck on things and all that stuff. But like, I don't know, everything
Outlast
in Outlast
feels really like
it's
solid.
Yeah, it feels really solid, but also like look wise, I can't get enough of looking through the camera lens and having the
Blair
weird
Witch, that Blair
yeah,
Witch.
the night vision, like the night vision is so cool when you. There's nothing scarier to me than in any game, even if it's Dark Souls that fucking does it. But like you go down to like I say like a basement, even in real life, pretty sure it'd freak the fuck out of me. You go down to a basement that's dark, and then it's like not a hallway and not just like weird shit everywhere, but just like an open, dark, huge area, and you're just like, I'm gonna stick to a wall so I get around, but I don't know what the fuck's in the center. And you're kind of like using the night vision. You're trying to zoom in because you're trying to get that like try to see something, and then you kind of see the glowing eyes in the distance. You're like, all right, I'm not going there. Fuck it.
That sounds pretty
I
sweet.
love Outlast.
It's pretty intense.
It's so much fun. But yeah, for like $9, that DLC is amazing, especially if you got it on PS4. If you got Outlast for free on PlayStation Plus, holy fuck, go buy this DLC for it. It is amazing. It's so good. Yes.
Do we know if there's a PlayStation Plus like
Discount
deal on it?
I don't think I saw one, but
I wonder if I could. I wonder if I could stream on my PS4 Outlast to my Vita, because that's not like, what are the controls? Movement, jump, and open shit.
You'd have bring the camera up and down, turn on night vision, which would be clicking the right stick, which would probably touch the screen or something. And sprint, and I think square would be your pickup stuff.
Yeah.
And A would be your jump, and B, I guess so yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, I got it downloaded on my PS4, so
Yeah, give it a shot. Like, The thing is that Outlast is sure it's scary, but it becomes more of a game, and it's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's you end up having more fun with it than you are afraid, which is
That's pretty
good.
cool.
And not in a bad way. Not to say it's shit, but yeah.
I mentioned this to you before. I feel like Outlast has taken the crown from Amnesia as one of the like scarier games.
I feel like Amnesia might be scarier, but as an overall fun time, I would choose Outlast over Amnesia anytime. Just because
Amnesia is fucking broken in some weird ways.
No, just
Let's say in the China Room does some pretty. Is it a China Room?
yeah,
Or is it
the Chinese room.
Chinese room.
Compared to wow, Machine for Pigs, definitely
Yeah.
Outlast was way better.
Yeah.
But actually, I think those games came out around the same time.
Yeah, they did. They were like a month apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I remember casting one.
Machine for Pigs came out first, and then Outlast followed. Outlast was like one of those weird like, hey, we're gonna release this. There's not a lot of publicity going with this, and then it just fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Like I see posts all on forums and like online and shit now being like, Outlast, that game I'm happy I never fucking played. Like,
Yeah, it's
I feel like the internet is kind of like taken over Outlast as this like this symbol of like this is what a game like scary game should be with atmosphere and like
honestly, Outlast is by far for sure like the next gen feeling of a what a horror game should be. I guess. Just
can you imagine playing Outlast
Yeah.
with a fucking Oculus Rift?
oh, that'd be fucked.
Can you imagine having to turn your head and your character fucking looks behind his shoulder and you just see some fucking dude chasing your ass?
There's a lot of times in Outlast where you're hiding under a bed or like a desk, and the dude's walking by, and you're just like, you hear the footsteps go in, and you'll stop hearing him, and you're just like, is he just waiting there for me to leave? And you're just like, you can't lean solely either. Like if you're in a locker, like you just step out, you can't just like lean out. But if you're sometimes in a desk, you just kind of like start leaning. You're like, he's just still standing there. I'm just gonna wait. And you can't like throw anything. There's nothing. Like you literally have nothing. And
Yeah.
just the ambience of or the ambiance or whatever the hell is the pronunciation for it. Just like hearing the camera and like if you take the camera down, the game makes the sound like you're standing there.
Yeah.
And then you're just kind of like you hear things, but it's okay. And you pull up the camera, it's suddenly like it sounds like it's in your headphones, like a microphone recording it. And you're like, oh yeah. And then when you're like the beeping of the night vision ending, it's like beep, beep, and you're just like, no. And then I don't know if it was in the other one, but in Whistleblower, it was really noticeable when your battery died almost, like because it was using like an infrared thing to get the night vision.
Yeah.
It was you see kind of like dim and like stop seeing and like flicker and stuff. You're like, oh god, no, I just need the battery to last. Like you just, I don't know. There's so many cool things. I fucking love Outlast. But
You want to just talking about Oculus Rift? You want to be fucking sweet for Oculus Rift or VR?
Yeah,
Stalker.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
The game would be sweet.
I'm just gonna call in Kumar here, who's apparently available to join us now.
Cool.
I don't know if this is gonna work. I hope this is gonna work.
Just a second, Kumar.
Say hello, Kumar.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, Kumar.
Nice.
So, what else have you been playing, Rocco?
Okay, so we just finished talking about Outlast, which, by the way, Kumar, you still need to really play. Like, I would, whether or not
I'm sure you probably already mentioned, but how have you liked
the DLC?
Whistleblower? I've only heard good things about it so far.
You should see the size of the
It's-
fucking smile on his face right now.
It's so
from ear to ear.
It's so fucking good, dude.
Does it live up to what everyone was hoping for?
Better.
Oh snap! Good shit.
I thought it was gonna be like a kind of not a cash in, but like a prequel type thing, just so they could kind of get some assets out or something. But no, they went fully into this. I was playing it and it was pretty much just saying like I kept trying to say like, oh, in the first Outlast, I'm like no wait no sorry, in the original or just like the actual like it had enough new shit and craziness built into it that it felt like I was playing like a sequel.
Yeah.
So it's
pretty intense.
yeah, it's good. But yeah, Kumar, if you don't, I really want to watch you cast that or play it. But
Okay.
if you can't do that, if you can't come here and play it before you leave, that's totally awesome. But
Worst case,
wanna
I could
get-
probably just cast it from wherever I am.
exactly, which I really
Considering that
really
works.
want you to do.
Yeah, you should cast it from your PS4. Let me know if you're doing that because I would totally love to join you in that.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys have got to play. Honestly, just pick it up and play. Like it's a lot of fun.
You know what?
And
If I
wanna
gotta
start-
play it,
with
I'm just
the,
gonna cast
the
it.
story,
I'll
right,
just cast it
Rocco?
on my
Yeah.
PS4.
Oh, was that Kumar?
I was just saying it ties in with everything, right? Like I know that it's a prequel and all that stuff, but like did they do a good job of? I know you've already played through Outlast itself, but did they tie everything in well?
It was amazing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
It
cool,
is
cool.
absolutely amazing what they've done with just a DLC,
Okay, cool.
and I can't wait to see what else Red Barrels makes.
You know what? Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I think the best part about all of this is the fact that they are technically an indie developer.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing is what
Isn't that awesome? Like the fact that they're
We
getting
looked
so
them
much
up and
critical
saw
acclaim
that it
for
was mainly people from
Ubisoft.
and a little bit of Naughty Dog people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But oh man, yeah, that fucking love Outlast. Oh man, I could just play it over and over again. Like it's freaky and it freaks me out every time for sure.
Yep.
But it's so fun to play, and I love the camera up to the screen stuff. Like I'm such a sucker for that. That's why I enjoyed like Cloverfield and stuff. But
And
the
the
movie's terrible.
I still say that they have some of like the greatest contextual camera work we've seen in recent history. Like just the whole
man.
premise of like when I'm sure you've spoken about it, but like I've seen videos where like you'll lean and you'll see your character's hand to kind of like pull his
Yeah.
head to the corner. Like,
And it's cool because you're holding the camera. If you're holding the camera up, you're only gonna see your left hand kind of touching walls and stuff, and that's really
yeah,
cool.
exactly.
But oh man, that fucking Outlast, you
Yeah,
guys.
man.
I want to play it again now, but I would love
You-
if. Yeah, I might, but I would love if for like a marathon. I would love to have that as something we'd race
Oh,
through.
fuck yeah.
Because they're really short games. Like, well, if you're racing through it, like you can be done like an hour or two or something.
Oh, really?
If you're just going through it, and it's still really fun. But
I'm not
yeah,
going
even
to play beforehand so that I can.
yeah, even if you're
Understand
not,
it.
it's so good. Anyway,
Maybe I should hold off and play it during the marathon if we do a summer marathon.
yeah, I actually want to try to plan something like that. Maybe at some point. Yeah, that'd be good.
There's an idea.
But yeah, other stuff I've been playing. I started up Dark Souls 2 on PC. Good
I
works.
thought didn't you start that a little while back, or
I
you
tried
didn't get around to it? I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't connect to the online and stuff, and that stuff wasn't working. Then I moved, and now this router seems to make it work. So I don't know what was going on at the other place, but I don't know. But anyways, I started it on PC. Same game. It's really good. 60 FPS. It dips a lot for some reason for me. And I don't know why. I think I just need NVIDIA to put out drivers.
Yeah, I think those
because
NVIDIA drivers.
Because there's NVIDIA drivers that came out, and then the latest ones are like April 8th.
No,
So
I feel like there's another release. Yeah, I think you should check the website.
I
Because I downloaded a newer release from my laptop.
Yeah?
And shit's running phenomenal now.
because I checked yesterday before I played or today before I played Daylight, and there wasn't any.
Oh, really?
But when I first loaded up my PC, when I connected to the internet, it was like, "Oh, there's a new NVIDIA driver. Go download it." I'm like, I can't find it though.
Maybe you've got the older
So
one.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But no, I reinstalled it just in
Odd.
case.
Okay.
It's weird. But I think that's why it's lagging though, because
Yeah.
the driver's like a month
There's
old now.
there's been a
We're in May
weird
now.
fucked like thing with the driver because I had that I had an issue where I was dropping frames like a motherfucker in some games I was playing on my desktop. So
Yeah.
and that normally is not the case. So could be something up.
But anyways, Dark Souls 2 is alright. It's good. Works good on PC. I just wanted to segue actually from Outlast into Daylight, which is another
Yeah.
scary game that I played today.
Isn't that game really garbo though?
It's been getting some pretty poor reviews across the board, which apparently I don't know the full story on it, but I think it's some people from IGN that worked on it.
Oh,
Like some editors that moved and
Reviewers
wrote it.
shouldn't be game creators.
Well, I don't think it was created. I think it was just written or something, and it's voiced by one of the people I think who used to do stuff for IGN or still does stuff for IGN. I don't know, but man, coming off of Outlast and being super excited to play scary games, and then loading this up, the game is pretty much you play as a girl called Sarah, and you just wake up in an abandoned mental hospital, asylum,
What?
prison.
Okay,
cave.
that's you lost me in the first 4 sentences of your description of this game.
So it literally starts where the camera is pointing downwards at a phone, and a spider calls by, and she goes, "Ee!" And she picks up the phone, and then a voice is telling you like, "Oh, go in there." And I didn't realize, but it's just like the fucking entrance of an asylum. So I don't know why you didn't like climb out of a window or just got the fuck out of there. But anyway, so there's a creepy dude talking to you. You have a phone, and it's just like you're literally just with your phone and like a flashlight. Oh, I tried to do the flashlight on my phone. And that's all you do. You hold it, you just walk around like this, and you just I'm playing.
Oh no!
And
I'm
there's a map on the phone. I guess that's important to know.
monsters and shit.
But the game is cool because it's procedurally generated. Not all of it though, but pieces of the level are, so that it's different every time you play through it. They've wanted to encourage multiple playthroughs to feel a bit different. But I've played about an hour and a half of it. It's scary, but not in the right way.
You were saying it was mainly like jump scares.
Yeah, it's mainly jump scares because what happens is that it spawns in like ghosts, sort of, or witches, I think they call them, which are just like crazy screaming ghosts that come at your face, or just like you turn around and they're like just hanging there, like mouth open, glowing light coming out of their face, screaming, and it's really weird. But it's just, it feels like you're playing like a Slenderman game because you walk into an area and then it'll clearly say like the screen will flash and then a wall will appear behind you, so you can't leave like this arena, let's say. Then it'll say 0 of 6. Then you have to go find 6 papers out in the environment, and then when you find the 6 papers, you have to find like a glowing object and then bring it to a glowing door, and then you can go to the next part. Or then it'll tell you 0 of 6 once you go find 6 objects, and then it's like, and you every time it's going to a corner, dead end, well, you're probably going to turn around, there's going to be a ghost screaming, okay. And the 2 things that you have are glow sticks. When you have a glow stick, it'll light up the room, and things will highlight telling you, oh, you can open this and search through this to maybe the items are in there, maybe there'll be more glow sticks, or maybe there'll be flares. Now what flares do are they light up less, but they burn creatures, I guess. They burn the ghosts away. I don't know how that makes sense. But the weird thing is that if you have a flare out, you can't tell what you can interact with, but if you have a glow stick, you can, but they both light up equally.
I feel like this is weirdly designed.
Yeah, and like the time, you'll be searching with a glow stick, and then you'll hear a ghost screaming at you, and your face is slowly like cone visioning into blood, and you're dying. And you're supposed to like break out the flare, but it takes, there's like a whole animation of you like, I'm gonna put the glow stick away, I'm gonna pull the flare out, I'm gonna hit the tip of it.
I'm guessing it's all really casual too, right?
Yeah, and you're just like, and then meanwhile she's like, oh, who's there?
She's getting killed.
And yeah, and you're like, okay, this is fucking, like, just get on with it, let's do this.
Just fucking die.
But the one thing that game has going for it is you can hold sprint indefinitely.
Oh, really?
So you're just like,
Nice.
and you can use the right trigger to open doors and pick shit up. So you're just like running, you're like, like just opening shit, just sprinting across like a whole like prison. It's so dumb. But yeah, the jump scares are fucking horrible because every time you turn around, you're gonna get something in your face. If you sometimes just sprinting, you're running too fast. Game just loads the fucking ghost literally in your face, and then it just disappears. It's like, oh, it's got you.
Do you find that it's more predictable than anything?
It's so predictable. In fact, like most of the time when you're being chased, you hear like a like it's like a whistling wet kind of like something coming towards you like really fast, and you're like
the where they use that scary like effect where the thing just goes like a shutter sound.
as if even though they're just walking, it's like and then it's like. Anyway, the weird thing is that it totally fucking sometimes it doesn't do it, and you turn around and you're like, oh, okay, shit. But you hear that, and then you just kind of you face forward because it doesn't trigger until you're like looking at it. So you put your glow stick away,
You pull out your
the
flare.
you turn around, it dies. You just and it won't attack you until you do that. And you're like,
That's
okay,
really dumb.
So what I found myself doing is strategically not looking forward. So you get into a corner and you're like, ah, fuck. So you just kind of back out, looking downwards, and you kind of see like their leg, you see their arm, and you're just like, I'm gonna go past you, and now you don't exist anymore, and it's like, this is really fucking dumb. But yeah, comparing it to Outlast, you go through Outlast and you have like documents you kind of find, but most of the game is told from just you getting stuck somewhere and running away from people, and you'll kind of meet somebody who will tell you something crazy, or you're hearing like the crazy people saying stuff, and kind of like, oh, there's a guy down there, and he's doing some crazy shit. I'm trying not to say anything, but he's doing some crazy shit, and then like that guy has like maybe 2 different voices. You're like, oh, that guy's like a schizo. And you're learning like different characters just kind of by roaming. Instead, you have Daylight where you're going, and there's just papers with like a fucking pin in the wall, and you pick them up and read them, and there's like 50 of these per level, and that's the only way that the story is really being told to you, other than this like old dude telling you
weird
stuff.
voiceover,
So
dude.
like, the ghost, oh, they found you.
How's the story about
Run, Sarah. I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Run, Sarah,
like,
run.
I don't, other than like there's ghosts and they now know me and I've found them, or that.
So there's really no redeeming factor here at all.
No, but the story, like, you kind of get little tidbits of like 30 different people through notes telling you that this is a bad hospital, you guys. Like, somebody's eyes got clawed out. Somebody's eyes got clawed out. Yo, did you hear that guy's eyes got clawed out? Oh, that guy's eyes got clawed out. Oh, another guy's eyes got clawed out. You're like, okay, well.
So one horrible event has happened and everyone's just shitting their pants.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's
And apparently ghosts have come to attack
Yeah.
everyone who visits thereafter.
yeah, exactly. And
Yo, don't go to this mental asylum. Some eyes clawed out. Ghost did it.
So the one cool thing this game does have, though, hey, you guys remember that Twitch plays Pokemon stuff?
Yeah.
Where you could say stuff and it would do things? Well, this game has like a built-in connect to your Twitch chat thing where you log in and it connects to the chat. And say somebody in the chat goes like, scream! They just type the word scream. Then in the game, it'll just make a fucking scream come from somewhere right next to me. Or they can write like, witch! And it spawns in one of the like enemies next to me and like running at me. So there's some cool shit you can do with it, which makes it kind of fun because as much as the game is garbage, you kind of have those, well, not garbage. It's not horrible, but it's not on Outlast's level. But as much as it's
so playing that right after Outlast was
the worst idea.
Not a good idea.
There's still some good moments where I'll get like, I'm playing it on stream and I'll kind of get jumpy. I'm like, oh shit. And then I look at the chat and then somebody wrote like scream and I'm like, you son of a bitch. You got me. So that stuff's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe even if you're looking at your PlayStation 4, also the game runs like fucking weird. It took 3 patches for it to semi-run good on my computer, but on PC it requires a DirectX 11 card, so it has to be played, I think, on Windows 8.
Does it at least look good?
No, not really.
Oh.
Not compared to Outlast, at least.
Wow.
But it looks okay, I guess, but not really.
I just feel like this is just
but like
failing to measure up to your.
It stutters a lot on the PS4 as well. It's currently $9, I think, because there's a PlayStation Plus sale. The frame rate's apparently atrocious on that one. And
so weird.
The one thing that makes me sad and I haven't heard about is that the PS4 version was supposed to have this cool stuff with the PS4 camera that every time a scare would happen, it would record something and then it wouldn't tell you about it. And then once you'd be done or something, once you die, it would tell you like,
it's like the
look what happened.
It's like in Dance Dance where it's
where it records like your best moments.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard of that since it's come out, so I don't know if that got scrapped in favor of the Twitch support. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. The game's okay, but if you're gonna spend $9 on something on the PS4, maybe just get the Outlast DLC if you got Outlast for free, or just fucking buy Outlast for whatever amount of money extra, because goddamn Outlast, you guys. But anyways, Daylight. Maybe pass on that unless it's on a super Steam sale and you have a good computer, because it runs like shit right now.
Hopefully they fix it.
Yeah.
I like I actually really like the premise of getting people involved and kind of making the making the experience instead of it just being something that's linear or or scripted.
The one thing that game also does is it's the first game to use the Unreal 4 engine. So if the Unreal 4 engine has some sort of, let's say, SDK thing that allows Twitch integration, then there can be some really cool stuff in games to come out on this.
I feel like that's going to be a big thing now, especially after how popular Twitch plays Pokemon became.
Although it's died completely down. I'm pretty sure they don't do it anymore, yeah. And the Twitch chat's still fucked, even though it's done. I don't know what's happening.
That's so dumb. Wow.
Yes, anyway. Also, yeah, if you guys are wondering what the hell Outlast, once again, it's playing over here, so if you guys think that looks really cool and shit, I love that game. Yeah, other than that, I played One Finger Death Punch, which I showed
you
Devin
showed me
here
that.
today.
That's pretty fucking...
I don't know if it's an iPad game or something. I wish it would be like on a Vita, because you just have like... That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much your Stickman.
The PC game?
Yeah, it's a PC game on Steam. It's $5, and
I feel like that'd make a sweet mobile app.
Yeah, but it reminds me. I don't know if you guys ever watched this, but it used to be these like Stickman fighting videos.
Yeah,
it's like Xiaozu or Xiao.
Yeah. I watch them all the time on Newgrounds.
Yeah,
it's like fucking like I think there was one that was like Beast Killer or something to do with a mask, and like he got fucking powers where he couldn't die and like did some fucking crazy stupid shit, and there's this cop out for revenge against him, and yeah, it's really fucking dumb. Man, I want to go back to Newgrounds. This is a good place.
Yeah, been there in a while.
Some innocence there that was not on the rest of the internet.
Unless you went to like some accidental clicks to like, oh shit, what is this? Oh, this video's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Hey, can you click that link that Hardia put in there?
Sure.
I want to see if that's actually real or not.
It says Titanfall up and running on PS4.
That'd be the day.
Huh.
I'm convinced that... Actually, I shouldn't even say I'm convinced that they're going to bring it to the PlayStation platform. They've already said that they're going to, right?
Yeah, they only signed a one-game contract with Microsoft.
Actually, that's where I'm remembering this. They actually regretted it.
Oh, they regretted it so fucking huge?
Yeah.
It was such a disappointment. They didn't sell as much as they were hoping. Like, it was still a blockbuster success, but...
Mind you, I feel like
they could have doubled that.
I don't think it would have met their expectations anyways. They're guys who are coming from having created Modern Warfare. You know what I mean? Like, they've created arguably the biggest media event, I guess we can call it.
But the thing is, though, as everybody's saying, like, oh, Titanfall 1's never going to come out for the Xbox, anything other than the Xbox or PC. I think it was Giant Bomb or something talking about it, that they don't know exactly, like, no one really knows, other than them, I guess, what the actual restrictions are for that.
Yeah.
Because they could always just, Titanfall's always going to be on the Xbox One, 360, and PC, but Titanfall Game of the Year Edition is out for all systems. Like, like, just, like, it's technically the game, but it's not...
Yeah, it's a revamp. It's like got all the DLC.
Same, yeah.
Find some weird creative way.
Yeah,
to
I feel
get
like if they really wanted to just roll a loophole, they really could.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
they also carry enough clout that I'm sure Microsoft would want to keep them happy.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able. They're not going to re-sign that exclusive
definitely not.
contract with them. Like the reason why Call of Duty is such fucking gangbusters is on everything, including your iPhone. Essentially, like, it's essentially everywhere. So everybody buys copies for everything. Whereas with like Titanfall, PC and Xbox One didn't sell as much as the PS4. And if Titanfall came out on the PS4, that's another like 5 million consoles that it would have been on immediately. Like, they probably would have gotten half that market value at least in Titanfall.
Yeah.
At least. And like,
Well, I think they publicly said that they were expecting the Xbox One to outsell the PS4 initially.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why they hedged
And that
their
was,
bets.
that was way prior to even any of like the E3 reveals for the console. So this is stuff that I don't think any of us would ever even have really known until now.
I find it interesting. The roles have been reversed compared to the 360 and PS3 launch. So now the PS4 is selling gangbusters. The Xbox One is sitting on shelves, and like nobody's buying Xbox Ones, which is really
Well, I think they're still selling really well. I mean, even if you look at comparisons between how well last gen did to this gen, both regardless of the Xbox One to the PS4 numbers, the Xbox One to console sales in general is still an awesome and really compelling sales figure. It's one of these things where I feel like they're going to take some time to get their footing, just like Sony took some time to get their footing with the PS3.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like Sony's off to such a great start, and they're making the right choices. Like, they're getting the indie developers really involved, because indie is like, that is where some of the most innovative games are coming from right now.
I know it's a terrible word to use, but a lot of the indies are providing a lot of like filler until the huge.
Oh yeah,
out,
for sure.
But not in
Yeah,
a bad way, because a lot of the quote unquote filler has been fucking awesome.
Yeah, like
Mercenary Kings and stuff, and
so I just find it to be really awesome that
Outlast.
like Outlast and like I'm feeling that Sony's making all the right choices in this game right now, and Microsoft is just blundering and trying to catch up, and like is tripping over its own fucking PR.
Yeah.
Like that issue with the always on DRM, that was a huge blow to them. Like whether
because they keep going back on what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right? Like they've changed their shit so many times now.
It's so
and it's not that that's not going to it's not going to condemn them to failure.
Oh,
but at
no,
the same time, I
but
think
certainly not.
People are going to take them less seriously.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is like they're both going to do well. They're both going to not maybe Xbox One's not selling as much as it was anticipated, but like they're both going to be successful consoles. But it just seems like right now whoever's leading the helm on the Sony flagship of the PS4 is just making all the right calls. Like they're just setting it up solid, and they're doing it right. Like I looked at.
I think a lot of it comes from them screwing up so hard with the PS3.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. And I was over at Dan's on Sunday, and we were taking a look at his like PS4 library. There's 21 games out for his console that he has right now installed.
Awesome.
That's a pretty big library for being less than 6 months old. Where how many games for the Xbox One are there out?
I have at least Rise, Dead Rising, Forza, Titanfall, Call of Duty Ghost, Peggle 2, that dragon flying game,
Yeah,
the fighting
That's
game,
the shit, right? That game.
yeah.
the fighting game that Kumar liked, I can't remember the name of,
Killer Instincts.
and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Okay, so
Did
you're
you
looking
pour
about
like a shit ton of hours into Killer Instinct, you fool?
I started off with it really hard, and then I just stopped.
so like that's 11. So Sony's got 10 plus games on them.
Yeah.
And
There's
like,
a lot of stuff that's out on both of them, kind of.
But the other thing as well is like they're roping people in with that PlayStation Plus free games, and they're good free games. Like Don't Starve on the PS4.
Yeah.
So many people I know of playing that on the PS4 exclusively as opposed to the PC.
Just to also add, in times like, for example, the Canadian dollar going up and being a bit more ridiculous for games being like are going down, sorry, and our prices going up. Stuff's like $69.99. When you look at, for example, Wolfenstein, a new order coming out, I think in like 2-3 weeks or something on PS4, PC, and Xbox One, etc., etc.
Just call it the generational rift.
But I like how what PS Plus is doing right now is just like what they did with the PS3 a little bit, is that you can pre-order it and it's like, oh, it's like 10% off or something. So you can buy the thing. It's like $56. Like it's not much, but just also kind of saying like, hey, you can go digital. It'll be a little bit cheaper and you can get it day one. It'll be available for download. We'll even preload it and all that stuff. Like I like how Sony's even doing stuff like that with the PlayStation Plus stuff.
And I feel like they're taking it slow with their updates. Which is something that, like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, they're taking a lot of feedback from the community and being like, okay, we really need to fix some of these issues. Yeah. Here we go. Whereas with, I read a metric comparison on the Xbox One updates compared to the PS4 updates. They're, like, outstripping them by, like, 10-1 or something like that.
Xbox updates come out almost every 2 weeks right now. Yeah. And in between that, if you're part of the update program, like, every few days there's a new patch that you can try to test it. The thing is, though, as much as that is really cool on Microsoft's side, and I really like that, the thing is that Microsoft has to do that because their UI
should have been there to begin with.
Exactly. What kind of bugs me is like hearing all these like, oh yeah, this stuff's being added to the Xbox One stuff. Sweet, they're really listening.
It's like they should have fucking been there in the first place.
Well, the thing is like that you go to the Xbox One and they put out that March whatever patch with Titanfall where they added like party joining and all like, well, not party joining, but joining parties a little bit easier and all that stuff, and inviting to games a little bit easier. And then you kind of like, when I was playing for that 1 week where I was really hard in Titanfall, like it's inviting people was still a little bit weird and all that stuff. Yeah. But meanwhile, like the PlayStation sure doesn't get as many updates, but I can still hit just the PlayStation thing, go up to like that top bar, go to my friends, invite. Like it's a lot, and it's snappier, it's a lot faster. Yeah. But there's less stuff that needs to be updated. There's still a lot of stuff that's missing on the PS4 as well. But
like this hot standby mode, I wish that was still there. Where it's like standby, your game's paused.
Oh, like the Vita, you mean?
Yeah. I wish there was that.
But
which is they're gonna add that though too.
No,
right?
no,
like
it's coming out. What, like the latest patch for the PS4 was 1.7.
Yeah,
and there was talk of it being in 2.0. So it's 3 patches away.
So yeah, I think the coolest thing is going to be E3 when that happens in like less than a month or a month, because now like if you realize that PS4 kind of like when they get like an indie developer or they get something, they're just like, hey, this is coming for PlayStation. Oh, this is coming for PS4. Oh, like weekly you're kind of seeing like more shit be like, yeah, we got this too now. Like this is coming.
By the way, your PS4 now prints money. Yeah. Like,
so I'm wondering what E3 kind of huge reveals they're gonna have. And I know that actually Hardy had a link earlier that mentioned some stuff that might have gotten leaked from the E3 press conference that for the Sony stuff.
Oh, really?
And
shit. I should get that link from.
Like Rockstar apparently was gonna go up and is gonna go up and do stuff, but like only for Sony. And like there's a lot of other shit, like a new Dark Souls-y style game or something. Like I don't.
Beast, Project Beast.
Oh yeah, Project Beast or Project.
Yeah, I feel like Sony's playing Microsoft's game right now, where Microsoft with the 360 was just like shelling out money for exclusive content. Just fucking.
That's always been their model though. Like even with Windows, they do that shit.
Oh yeah, like just forking out the money for exclusive content. And now I feel like Sony's not turning the tables on them, but like is offering a lot of developers with open arms. Like,
I think you're right when you say
here's
that.
my support. Like we've got great game support now. It's easy to develop for our consoles. Yeah. Oh, you want to do exclusives with us? We'll pay you some cash. And I just feel like Sony's now just
hard cash.
I just feel like Sony's now just be like enticing people with good support, good kits, and like money for exclusive content, because Outlast wouldn't have come out on Xbox. Like to get updates pushed out on the marketplace is still fucking so expensive.
Well, not only that, but if you look at the ID at Xbox stuff for the independent developer stuff to get games on the Xbox One, I don't exactly remember what the clause is for what they have to do, but like if you want to release on that and you're going multi-platform, if it's been out on something else before, you can't release on the Xbox One as well.
Yeah.
Or it's that you have to release on the Xbox One first before like a week even or a day or something, and then it can shoot out to like PS4, PC, and all that stuff. So a lot of games, I think like Outlast, I don't know if it's one that they mentioned, but because it came out on PC first, then it like, and it's coming out for PS4, you can't put it on Xbox One anymore because it was not out first or something.
I feel like that is so counterintuitive to, hey, you developed this game that's really great and really popular. Wouldn't you want it to go out on your platform? Yeah, people may have already played it on PC, but
buy it again.
Buy it again. Like,
I've done it
the
many
problem
times.
Yeah, like
A lot of the developers are actually seeing that and they're being like, okay, well, forget you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
fuck you, Microsoft. Like I feel like if they don't backpedal on some more of their stuff again,
Yeah.
like the smaller indie developers are just gonna be like, all right, well, you know what? Unless Microsoft is paying me bundles of cash to release on them first,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm not doing it.
See, now the issue is that even if Microsoft were to come and do that to them, they can get a bigger install base through the Sony platform than they could through the
Yeah.
Microsoft platform.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
Sony
more
will probably be
enticing-
more than glad if they're like, oh, we got this deal with Microsoft. Sony's like, come with us.
Yeah, all right, here
We got you, buddy.
we got you. Your little indie
You
developing
still want to
crew.
go on Steam? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
I feel like Sony and Steam have this
I
like
have to say
are
this.
frenemies. I feel like they're frenemies now.
Well,
where
they need
they're-
each other.
Yeah, where they need each other, but it's just like, hey, I don't really like you. You don't really like me, but we fucking hate that other guy more.
Yeah.
So we'll be friends.
Also, I kind of like how the PSN is kind of embracing the Steam way of just like, yeah, it's a weekend. Flash sales? All right, let's put some shit out for $5. Like, just fuck it. There's just like 10 games. If you guys want some, the $5, go for it. If not, whatever the fuck.
It's about
Like, just-
time though. That
Just so much shit. Like you, almost every weekend, I think you go on the PSN.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's put out these RPGs for $5, or like, hey, here's some really sweet games from the PS3, just $5. Do you want it?
See, they're doing it the right way because like all they're doing is taking advantage. I think this most recent one was in celebration of Golden Week.
Yep.
So I mean, a lot of people have no idea what the fuck Golden Week is.
Nope.
So I feel like it's a good way to even bring the communities together a little bit that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives, from a business perspective, it gives Sony an excuse. Not that they really need one, but it gives them a great excuse to start getting people more involved with paying attention to PSN as a whole, right?
Yeah, and I feel like they're going about it in a really great way to just appease all of the Sony people in the sense of like before Sony was always such a fucking pain in the ass to buy anything on their store. It was always
Yeah.
It was super fucking hassle. The store was so poorly designed and it was just shit. I hated it. The store
Well, now they have a good infrastructure too.
their
so-
Now they
store
actually-
is still fucking designed like ass.
They've
But
turned on PayPal now directly.
really,
Because before you could
did
you could go to the like send store online,
Yeah.
and then add funds to your wallet via PayPal. Now
Yeah.
apparently you can just straight up go like, I use my PayPal.
like I feel like they're just
Oh, so hold up a second here. So if I have my Visa attached to my PayPal account,
yep.
I can just charge a game directly to my
Yep.
card
Yep.
instead of having to buy a PSN card.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I've just got my credit card linked to my PSN account to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
that's what I do too.
I feel like they've learned from their past mistakes and they're doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing it right so well. And, you know, I feel like there's going to be some pretty sweet things coming out for the Sony console. Like I feel like they're amping up and gearing for another fucking breakout of something crazy.
Does anybody else also realize that? I know it's sort of semi off topic, but
No,
not really off topic.
roll
but,
it.
On for Last of Us, the HD remake or HD whatever, the
Yeah.
PS4 version, the remastered
read.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I like how they're just like, it's out summer. It's gonna be out summer. We know that E3 is gonna roll around.
Yeah.
And the first thing that whoever won't be Jack Trident, but whoever like the dude who comes out first is gonna be like, want to welcome you all for this. Just letting you guys know. Fucking Last of Us is out right now. If you guys want to go download on your PSNs, just go for it. Like our top seller from like last year PS3, go ahead and play it on your just that's how the fucking conference is
I
gonna start
feel-
or something. Like that's what's gonna kick it off. I'm pretty sure.
I hope they do that. There was rumored that they were going to be like, hey, you have this ship for the PS3, digital upgrade, $10, go.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding
But
off the
here's the thing,
pre-order
it's
until it's like the day of.
Here's the thing, is like, I have it digitally.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I going to play that game?
Wait for PS.
I purchased
Oh
it
no!
digitally.
If you bought it digitally on PSN, then they'll be able to tell that you bought it.
So
Yeah, I don't think that would
Because
like
the hard part
if
is
they
the
did actually
physical
release
copy.
something, they
Yeah.
wouldn't snake you on that.
Yeah, that's why I hope because I have a physical copy. The way they'll know is because I bought the season pass. They'll
Yeah.
be like, okay.
But I hope
Alright.
the season pass rolls over too. It's like, yeah,
Well, you get all the season pass stuff automatically.
Oh yeah, that's
so,
right. This is
yeah.
a complete edition.
They just included it all, right? Like it's on
Yeah.
the disc or something,
And there's
Fucking-
even
or it'll be a download.
there's even a DLC for Last of Us that just came out on the PS3, the final one for the season
Oh,
pass,
yeah,
with
yeah.
like a new grounded mode for single player and all this other stuff.
Unity crew back in line, ripping up motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Can't wait, buddy. Can't
It's gonna be so dope.
Our formula was such a winner.
Yeah.
Dan with the heel bot.
Yeah.
Dan was OP. Like
I used the
legit,
sniper
Dan was
rifle.
so OP.
Riccio was a shotgun.
Oh no, I was just rolling around
Yeah.
fucking murking people
And
with a rifle. Just like,
What was
a single
Kumar?
shot.
What did you roll?
I was always experimenting. Like because I never really had time to get used to one playstyle or another.
Be
So
real,
I legit
be real,
tried
Kumar.
all of your shit.
Molotovs.
Yeah, you're
Molotovs.
Molotovs. I still wish you had fucking saved that recording of
Yeah,
all
it
of
was
us
that
storming
sound.
that house and just me fucking hurling that Molotov into that dude's
We'll have
face.
more, and you'll be able to hit share, and then we'll keep it forever.
Yeah.
I was gonna say now it'll be easier than ever, man.
Fuck yeah.
But
Has anybody
Stream or
played
no
with the
stream?
Has anybody played with the Share Factory at all?
no, not yet.
I went in. I booted it up the other day, and I just kind of looked around. It makes. I feel like it just makes the entire share functionality of the console so much more complete. And whether people use it or not, it's nice to know that the shit that's going to be coming out of the community is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, wait till people start clipping multiple games together and adding a soundtrack to the back. It's just going to be cool to see what everyone comes up with.
Yeah.
That saying as much praise as we have said to Sony, I know there's some Discord out there with the media aspect of the PlayStation.
Yeah.
We have Jake we share a friend, Jake, who is nothing but hateful of his PS4. He regrets
Put a
purchasing
USB stick in,
Oh,
play
yeah,
my
like-
videos, doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
it. He's like, I have a network drive with like so much movies on it, and nothing fucking works with it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that.
Soon. See,
That's
what I'm
the
waiting.
case.
That's what I'm waiting for like for E3, because I feel like that's when we're gonna see like what their vision is now that they've
Yeah.
had all the feedback that we've had, like whether it's from Xbox or Sony. Like I can't wait to see what that stuff's gonna be.
I feel like if they opened up the console a little bit more and broke some of the chains that they have on like their video and their music and their like just outside content.
I feel like this is one of the most frustrating things of this console generation anyways, because both big guys, so both Sony and Microsoft have gone backwards in
Yeah.
a lot of ways.
Where they don't have the ability to like even the fucking Ouya had the ability to stream music from your desktop.
Yeah.
The only reason that my PS3 is even still hooked up is because it's my main media machine.
Really? Mine's hooked up as a Netflix box. A good $200 Netflix box that can play original PS2 games.
Nice.
Should really bring that downstairs and buy an Apple TV for upstairs.
Yeah. Or Chromecast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dump Chromecast.
I forgot that I played one more game that I just wanted to mention because it's actually worth mentioning. I picked up Child of Light on the PS4.
Oh, yeah.
It's
so good.
It's a very slow, mellow, but amazing game that has very awesome writing. That's all rhymes and stuff, which makes me all giggly and stuff. But yeah, apparently I'm almost at the end of it. I think it's roughly 10 hours long if you're just
okay.
kind of cruising through it. But man, the music in that game and the combat, all that stuff is really good. But it's so mellow that when I'm broadcasting it, everybody's like falling asleep and stuff. So just like, oh gosh. And there's like, I just got to this part where it's like raining. When you go inside this house, like it just sounds like you hear like the rain hitting like the tin roof, and there's the music playing all smooth, and I'm just like,
All right, I'm just gonna nap for the next 2
This
hours.
is beautiful. I just want to leave this going. But yeah, no, Child of Light's awesome. I think it's $15, and
That engine, man. That engine is so great.
yeah,
Have you? Oh,
Yeah.
just wait till we get to news, Kumbabwe.
we can talk about that. Like the UB Art engine, which is the one that they use for the Rayman Origins, Rayman Legends, and Child of Light. They've got another game coming out, which I think I've talked about before on the podcast, called Valiant Hearts. And they put out a new trailer for the release, which is June 24th. I think they finally said the release
Yeah.
date.
It's
Oh my god.
during World War One.
Yeah.
and you're following what appeared to be a nurse,
Yeah.
a dog, a rescue dog.
Apparently you play as the dog, I think.
Yeah, you do.
So you play as the dog,
Plays a dog, plays a nurse, and you play
an
as
engineer, a soldier, and
and
like
a-
somebody else, a heavy gunner or something.
Yeah, but it's like you play one dude on the German side, one dude on the Alliance side, and then I'm not sure what the other three
Yeah.
fall into. But it like playing that trailer fucking tugged at my heartstrings, and I was like, oh, the story in this is gonna be so good, and the art style of it is.
I'm gonna link the trailer in the
Yeah,
chat for
I
anybody who
can't-
wants to check out the
I'm
trailer.
trying to think of how to
The
describe
game looks like to me like something like Heavy Rain or Beyond
Yeah.
Two Souls, but with the added thing of like the way Heavy Rain was, where if somebody dies, they're fucking dead. So you kind of make
Yeah.
your own story going through World War One, and like trying to keep everyone alive, but it's World War One, so people are gonna die, people might get amputated, or like crazy shit might happen.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna be a really amazing story experience that is just with the UB Art engine is just brought to life in like such a fucking amazing
But
way.
what would you call the art style? Like it's 2D.
It's like
side
children's book.
scrolling. Yeah, it's like
almost.
children book almost, but it's got this really dark.
Yeah.
Like there's this part where in the trailer the dude's like cutting barbed wire, and then there's another scene later where you see like the dog is stuck in barbed wire, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck? Like it it looks almost like battle blocky.
It's cartoony, but it's not
but,
like
not
cartoon.
It's not cartoon.
Yeah.
It's serious. It's noir cartoon.
Yeah. But check out the trailer. I linked it in the channel if you guys want to. But yeah, it looks amazing, and I can't wait for it. I didn't know it was gonna be June 24th. Devin and I were kind of like jaw dropped, like, oh yes, it's so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I'm so psyched. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for what we played. Kumar, what have you been playing this week? I don't know if there's anything that you'd like to
Mention.
I played a ton of shit actually this week because I had the honorable pleasure of being able to cast for you.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We didn't talk about my move and stuff. Yeah.
I got to play. Actually, I'll start right from the top. So I finally got to check out Teleglitch. I don't know if you've played this game.
Oh
or not.
yes, awesome.
So Slayer from the channel gifted this to me weeks and weeks and weeks ago,
Slayer's
and I'd
such a
actually
bro.
played it. Yeah, he gifted me like the what was it called? The Die Hard edition or Die More edition? I
Yeah,
think is what
that's
it's called.
just the Steam release. That's what they called it. I think because it's available on Desura, and I think that's just.
Desura,
when they
I wasn't
Good
sure if
old
it had like
games.
extra content or anything bundled with it, but
It's pretty much like you know how FTL got the advanced edition or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's like before it got released, it was just Teleglitch, and then when it got Steam, it was like the big patch that added a ton of stuff, and they called it Die More. I believe so at least, but yeah.
yeah. So
Either way.
I had a chance to play it probably a week or so after he had gifted it to me,
Yeah.
but I feel like it was like I only had like a half an hour or something with it back then, and since then I finally had the chance to actually throw in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay.
And the game's really cool. Like I love that art style. Like when that art style is mirrored with legitimately just interesting exploration and gameplay, I'm so happy. And that's what they've done. Like it's such a cool little game.
That game,
And I
that gameplay though, like the surviving aspect of it is. Like,
It's
yeah.
it's crazy to pick up shit that you don't know what it's gonna do. Like it's got a little bit of like that Binding of Isaac feel to it,
yeah.
where I
And
picked
it's
up a
always
weapon.
random, which is good.
Yeah, and I was like, I have no idea what this weapon does.
So it's like
And,
a little bit of a
it fires a
roguelike.
little
Like I
grenade
haven't,
that's
I haven't
to the
played
wall.
it.
So it's like a top-down, not twin stick, but you kind of shoot in every direction, but you have like an inventory on the left, which you can pick stuff in. You can combine it. Sometimes you'll find like a bomb and like a can, then you have like a grenade or something or a
Oh,
dynamite.
okay, all right.
And then you can combine two of them to make an even bigger charge. But then you can like find a nail gun. And you have to make bullets for it, or this. It's like crafting but survival, and you seem to never have enough stuff.
All right.
And,
All right.
And yeah.
There's always something to look for.
Yeah.
Like you always need something.
And there's like hidden walls and doors thing you can find as well that you can kind of
Yeah.
mention or see on the map a little bit.
Well, the cool thing is that a lot of them, like there will be like a tiny little ray of light,
yeah.
and the cool thing is that you'll have to have like a keen eye to really notice it. But then when you notice it, it'll usually have
yeah.
like that one or two items that you're looking for.
No.
Yeah.
So it works really well that way, and it's a cool enough game that I can see myself pouring more time into it.
Also, being swarmed in that game is terrifying. Like, there's like a weird. Things move really fast. You're trying to shoot them, and you miss like those two shots, and you feel like sad about it, and then you just kind of get annihilated, and you're like, wow.
I
That
love
was crazy.
like the actual shooting animation, like the way that everything, like the muzzle flash of every
Yeah.
gun that you have and all that shit is just so cool.
I think it has like a cool bullet spray, like on whatever you're hitting, kind of like poof, like it flies out the back a little bit, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
And even if you're just hitting a wall, like there will be a little bit of debris that comes off the wall too.
That game is awesome.
It's just a really cool looking game.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play more of that actually. I remember picking it up and feeling really interested in it, but I never went back and actually tried to give it a good shot.
Yeah, you should try it, man.
I shall. Maybe
So-
that'd be a good game to actually have on like the PS4 or something, like something, or like a Vita, where you have the touchscreen.
I think on the Vita it'd be perfect.
Yeah, with the little touchscreen stuff, but
Yeah, especially considering you can just suspend your game kind of thing.
yeah, for sure.
Do you guys think that the Vita will play a larger role in the E3 conference, or do you think it's going to be a little more pushed to the side? Like,
I would love to see it play a bigger role, but I have a suspicion that it's just going to get shoved to the side like it did last year.
Yeah, probably.
They gave it some love in the sense that last year they were like, "Hey, Borderlands 2, blah blah blah," but even then, I mean, I feel like it takes a back seat to everything, considering a lot of these indie titles have what do you call it, cross-buy.
Yeah,
So they never really announce anything that's necessarily AAA or even exclusive to the Vita because it's all coming to the PS4 anyways.
Yeah.
They focus on that and they're like, oh, and for those of you who do have a Vita, you'll get to play this too.
I feel like.
And
Oops, I go.
I get why they're doing it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, the Vita's an awesome console for stuff like that, and I wish there was a little bit more love paid to it.
Yeah. The thing about the Vita though is I think what we're going to see it being mentioned a lot alongside of that sentence really fucked is the PlayStation Now stuff, because it'll allow you to play PlayStation 3 games, PlayStation 2 games, or like older games, and I mean you can't really carry your PS3 around, or maybe now that you have your PS4 you might not want to plug in your PS3, so it might be like the front man for being like, hey, get on PlayStation Now, you can totally play it on your Vita, it'll work real good, and you can just wirelessly bring it around and play fucking Last of Us if you want to. So that could be really cool. Yeah, there was actually, I think it was what Colin Moriarty from IGN was tweeting, I think either today or a few days ago, that, I don't know if it was him, somebody did, saying that even though the PS Vita isn't getting much love in terms of sales, that Sony is still trying to push a lot of stuff for it, and that at E3 we're going to be seeing a lot of games, or a lot of something, like something with the Vita that's or a lot of games or something. I don't know.
Okay, well, I will say this. So I have to be careful with how much of this I share, given a certain project that I'm working on. But so I can't remember his last name. Shahid. I always butcher his last name. Anyways, do you know who I'm talking about? He's let a lot of shit leak. He works with PlayStation. Let me find his name here.
He's still employed at PlayStation.
Yeah. He lets it leak. I mean, this is very much so a planned leak kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
I want to say his last name's like Kamal Ahmed or something. Ahmad Kamal, maybe. Anyways, let's call him Shahid Kamal for sake of the argument here. He works really, really closely with first and foremost a lot of the, I want to say first and foremost the indie guys, but then also internally with a lot of the PlayStation teams themselves. And he does. I feel like his role is more strategic than it is anything else. I don't know his exact title or anything, but he sets up a lot of these really cool partnerships and whatnot. So I mean, I want to say that he was instrumental in some of the Borderlands 2 stuff in terms of working with Gearbox.
Okay.
Yep.
So that kind of gives you a perspective of the type of shit that he does. He has tweeted a lot of stuff. He's posted a lot of stuff. This has been published on the PlayStation Blogcast. The PlayStation blog itself, and spoken about in the blogcast.
Okay.
He's dropping all these hints that there's a ton of shit coming. Like the number that he threw out the other day was like 60 or 70 titles within the backlog, and dozens more coming.
Wow,
and he mentions the Vita over and over and over again. So I feel like what Somppi mentioned earlier about this whole push for indie and whatnot, I feel like that's getting an even bigger push to the Vita.
Well,
because they're getting smoked from a AAA perspective. Nobody wants to develop for this thing on a AAA basis.
Yeah.
But they will more than happily develop for it from an indie basis.
I want to see if
like Luftrauser was a PC port that they just brought over. I feel like they designed the Vita to be a little more indie friendly.
Wow. Okay. So even
because it's definitely a lot more friendly to develop, and they've got a lot of, like, I think it was the Sony press conference that was in March or May or beginning of the year last year, where they had that huge announcement where they were like, Binding of Isaac's coming, the new Jonathan Blow.
Oh, like when they announced a ton of shit.
Oh yeah, I think that was right before the release or something.
Yeah, it was right before the release. I feel they mentioned that they were adding all of this great support for indie developers for the Vita specifically, whereas they were releasing the SDK for free, they were releasing development for it for free. Like, if you have issues with it, contact our support, we'll help you out, we'll help you with programming. Like, I just feel like they're trying to bring the Vita into the fold of like, hey, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Bring it to us. Like, there's a lot of talk of people porting Android games over to it. Like, you know, I feel like it would be really cool if it would be easy to develop for, because it's a pretty robust little platform, you know.
I think it's an awesome platform.
I actually prefer it better. I prefer it more than my 3DS.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I actually do. I find it easier to hold, and I find the dual screen to be kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I find it to be bothersome that I'm always having to look up and down at the two screens, and I think 3D is just a really shitty gimmick.
It works really cool. It's
Oh yeah, like in the Pokemon battles, it looks great, but like it hurts my brain after a bit. Like it hurts my eyes. If most of the time, to be honest with you, I keep it shut off.
yeah, same here. It also saves a lot of battery life as well.
Yeah, so I don't really need to.
But yeah, to go with what you were saying for a lot of indies coming out for Vita and stuff, a lot of Kickstarter games that always have like a PS4 stretch goal or something tend to also have Vita stretch goals.
Yeah.
Like one that I was really excited for, Hyper Light Drifter, which I realized also now has it had a Vita version also now, so I wasn't sure about that. Hyper Light Drifter.
It's
which
so
is like a
cool.
crazy top-down, super cool ninja shooty kind of like looking thing, and it looks really awesome.
Sweet.
But yeah, no. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll see get kickstarted and just kind of Sony will be like, yeah, sure. That there's always a stretch goal for a PS4 or PS3 release or Vita release. But
I feel like it would just take the one.
yeah,
Like it's just that one game that will probably be an indie developed game that'll come out on the Vita, and it'll just be that thing that like is amazing. And it'll just push itself and like drive sales, and then everybody will be like trying to chase that one game that did so well and like, you know, trying to do it.
So anything else you've been playing, Kumar?
Yeah, a ton of shit. So with your, I'll just steamroll through all the stuff that I casted with with the gang. Played some more Binding of Isaac with them.
Nice.
Played Duke Nukem.
Nice.
Played FPL.
All right.
There's one more. Oh yeah, and then
Spelunky.
Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie.
I need to
The cool
finish
thing was,
that.
while I was streaming that, Zyler from the channel ended up gifting me Nazi Zombie Army 2.
Oh yeah,
really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I haven't even touched that yet because I was really hoping to play that with him because I know he has it as well.
I have it as well.
And oh, do you?
Yeah, I bought it on release whenever it was like on sale on Green Man. Plus there was a coupon on it, so I was like,
I saw it for like $3.74 a little while back too. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people have it. But I was actually hoping we could get a group together and then and check that out. I don't know how similar or how different it is, but
it's pretty similar, but
regardless-
it feels better.
I know I was gonna say like I know it's still a shit ton of fun with people, so
Yeah.
it would be awesome to play that with you guys. On the Vita side, I finally started playing Velocity Ultra.
What's that like? I
Yeah,
just
it's-
downloaded that.
It's free, so yeah.
Have you played this, Riccio?
No, not yet.
This game is all me. Like
Is
this,
there a story to it?
there is, but it's very very secondary to what the game is all about. And the reason I say that is because this game is so well designed in terms of like it I feel like it pays homage, and it's designed to do this, but it pays homage to SNES and NES era games.
Ooh.
Which is part of why it probably resonates so well with me, because I grew up playing shit like this.
Yeah.
That just like if you want a score chase and you want to get like the like all these gold medals, they rate your quote unquote your performance, right? So basically here's a little backstory for you, Somps. I guess you haven't played it, right?
No, I have it downloaded on my Vita.
Okay, so you're a little ship, and there's these little blue gems that are floating around. These blue gems are actually survivors of this weird catastrophe that's going on. And basically, you have to fly through these little levels. It's just like a forward-scrolling flight game. Think of that.
Oh,
So you know, like,
okay.
like 1942 as a shooter, for
Like
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
Gradius or something? Gradius?
Or
Um,
Gradius, yeah, exactly. Same sort
would
of thing.
you-
Gradius is horizontal.
Yeah.
Like it scrolls from left to right. This scrolls from bottom to top, kind of thing.
Okay.
So just a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up kind of thing.
Okay, so
But
is this similar to the helicopter arcade games that I
yeah,
played back in the
yeah,
day?
pretty much, man. Like
Fucking
that's
great.
all
All right,
it is.
we're done here.
But it's like it's all sci-fi. And here's the thing: like the first maybe there's 50 levels. I don't know if there's anything after that, but I have 50 levels right now that I can play.
All right.
And these levels go through different little, I guess, evolutions, if you will. Like some of them, there's a lot of shit going on that like you're getting attacked. Like there's a lot of stuff that you have to not only dodge but then attack back at. And then there's other ones where it's called search and rescue missions, where you legitimately like the map is a little bit bigger, so it scrolls up and down and left to right,
okay.
and you have to look for these little survivors, like the ones that I just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So the game it gets really intense after a little while because it teaches you different things. The game is not just like a scrolling shooter. There's a little bit of a puzzle mechanic to it in that you can teleport instantly pretty quickly. So basically what ends up happening is you can move around with the left joystick. That's how you move your ship. But then if you hold square, you'll stop moving and you'll see a reticle show up on your screen. And then this reticle will start moving. wherever you stop this reticle and let go of square, your ship will teleport to that spot.
Huh.
So there are times that you're going to have a blockade in front of you and you can't get past it unless you teleport past it. And so if you're trying to get a high score or you're trying to speed through a level, you have to learn, like you almost have to memorize the level so you can teleport properly. And it's just like, it's such a cool feeling when you do it right.
That's kind of awesome.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
It's free right now, so that's pretty awesome.
I
It is
would
free, yeah, and
recommend
I'd
it. It's
absolutely,
pretty sweet.
like anyone who likes games like that, I would highly recommend it. I'd even say just check it out anyways, regardless of whether this sounds interesting to you or not. Check it out and just give it your own kind of judgment, and see if it's for you. I really like it. It's not some like mind-blowing game that is gonna change the way you play games or anything, but at the same time, it's just a really, really well-designed little game, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's quick. It's simple in its own right, and it's complex in its own right. So I'm having a whole lot of fun with that game. I've also been playing what do you call it, Mercenary Kings,
Yeah.
and that game is really pissing me off now.
Really? Why is that?
The game is really pissing me off.
Was it that tank battle that got you stuck in the fucking corner?
No.
Okay.
The bosses are jokes now. Like I've kind of figured out how you're supposed to learn about them and how you dodge certain shit that we thought was broken.
Oh.
All that stuff. Like I figured that stuff out. The bosses don't bother me as much. It's this nonsense fact that there's just a fucking time limit attached to every mission, which pisses me off. And I know what most people will say. Most people would argue, well, if you're playing by yourself, it's going to be significantly harder and all this shit, right?
Yeah.
But the problem there is that if I try to play with other people, the multiplayer is so fucking broken that unless I'm playing in an invite-only game where I'm bringing people in with me, like friends like you guys,
Yeah.
then there's no hope for me to have a stable game. Because
Really, just
have you seen what happens when you launch a public match?
No.
So you'll be running around your base or you'll be running around doing whatever,
Yeah.
and the screen will go black without telling you anything. And you'll be like, that's cool, thanks. And it'll stay black until the person who's connecting to you actually connects. Once they connect, it'll reload you back into your base camp. If they quit during that whole process, it restarts the loading process.
Ooh.
And if someone else joins, it restarts the process. So there will be times when you will get stuck into an infinite loop and you will not be able to get back into the game until you
And those
quit.
loading screens are really long too. It's worth
Oh,
mentioning.
it's so stupid. You have no idea how frustrating it is. So that on top of some of these really stupidly unnecessary platforming sections in some of these levels, the game is just like it. I get that it was a Kickstarter project and all this stuff, and I understand that it's good for the ecosystem that is PSN,
Yeah.
but I just wish it wasn't so garbo in certain ways.
The thing
It just
is,
like
that game's also out for PC, and it'd be interesting to know how those loading screens are affected on PC. Because I feel like a game like that, it doesn't really have that much of a graphics horsepower behind it. Like, it doesn't require much.
Yeah. It's
So I wonder if,
pretty
like, on
minimal.
PC, if somebody were to connect, it would be like it would just kind of pop up, could be gone. But I mean, like, the PS4 is a super strong system as well. That's why I don't know why those loading screens are so long. But
well, again, I
I'd be
feel like
curious.
they wanted to get the game out, right?
Yeah.
And they got. I mean, they're in a fantastic position. I forget what they're called now, what the developer's name is, but they're in
Yeah, I
a
don't know.
fantastic situation in that, like they've got so much visibility and they've gotten so many, whether for good or bad, they've gotten so many eyes on them, kind of thing, right? And so
Yeah.
many good words and bad words, kind of thing, have been said about it that I feel like the attention that they've drawn is good for them. But again, it's like it's one of these things where, for all the amazing indie titles that have dropped on PSN over the last 3, 4, 5 months, why couldn't this one have been the same quality?
yeah,
maybe that's a dick move for me to say that, but
yeah,
Well, even still, you want the quality there.
it's cool. I'm not going to sit here and just shit on it, right? Like, it's not a game that's so awful that I'm not still enjoying it. There's still things that I love. Like, it's a mindless kind of game, right? So you can still play it and have fun. But
even when you're playing with friends, like we played for a bit, and that was actually really fun. And I
Yeah, it
want to mention that Deverish in the channel says here that he's got it on PC, and his loading screens are roughly about 10 seconds. If that were the case on PS4, it wouldn't be as annoying.
Yeah,
Even
see,
like loading
again,
to
I
and from
feel like-
levels.
I feel like the PS4 version is a little bit. I don't want to say gimped. It's not gimped, but I feel like it's probably not made to the same degree and same
Yeah.
pedigree as the PC version.
I want
Because
to
if it was 10 seconds, I'm sure we would know about that. Like, we'd be like, yeah, it's fine,
Yeah.
no big deal.
because I want to say that whenever we're playing co-op, or even if I'm playing single player, loading into like you choose a mission, then you touch the helicopter and you go flying. I want to say that you're looking at that flying scene for about a minute. if
Yeah,
not
it's
a
about
mo- if
that.
not- if not
I'd say
more.
45 seconds average.
Because it
Yeah, I don't even mind it loading if it just has to load in a big level. I don't care. What
Yeah.
really bothers me is the fact that multiplayer nonsense that if I want to try and play with someone, there's so many things wrong with.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's net. Like I'm not a technical guy to the point that I can comment on its net code or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's just so busted, and it's just such a shame because it would be so cool, like to just have 4 people randomly or otherwise just come into a match and
Kind of like when you're playing Borderlands, it's like, has joined the game, whatever is stronger, boom, you just like he spawns in somewhere, you just keep going. Like there's no actual loading, it's just like whatever fucking guy's in the game.
Yeah.
Something like that would have been really good with that. But
I'm tempted to stream the bullshit spot that I'm stuck at right now, just so people can see how ridiculously broken this jumping is and this platforming that just doesn't belong in this game.
I'd be down for watching that.
And the fact that, okay, I need to explain this. There's 2 turrets that are along this this single chasm that I'm trying to ascend, and they keep respawning every time I fall. So when I have to go back up, I have to shoot them. Otherwise, I can't get past. And then if I get hit before I'm jumping down or as I'm falling down, because this tower is so narrow, I hit either one of them on the way down, so I keep losing health.
Wow.
So I'll die,
kinda
and the
shitty.
only respawn point is back at the beginning of the level, so it'll keep booting me back. And I could technically keep trying this over and over and over again, except there's a time limit.
It's dumb.
It's just bad design. Like, that's just horrible, horrible, horrible design.
To me, I like it just because like that time limit stuff is present in games like Monster Hunter and stuff. But what I hate is that I know it's also an issue in Monster Hunter, I'm guessing, if you play with randoms. But Mercenary Kings, I feel like it's a lot easier to die. So if somebody were to join your game, let's say, and just run in, and say you're like, I don't know, it's like a 50-minute level and you guys are almost dead, and dude, you're playing with decides to like die twice, or if he's just trolling, let's say you started up
Then
and
you're
just
screwed.
throws himself into like 3 deaths. You have like a certain amount of times you can die before the mission's worth no money, then
I
it
think
kicks
it's
you
3.
out. Yeah.
I feel like it's 3 lives.
But regardless of you still being alive and not having died once, it'll just be
Yeah.
like, oh, mission failed. You're out. You died too many times. Like it's like you get thrown into the loading screen and then you have to go all the way back and
You have to do everything over again.
But
Again, there's certain things about this game that are just so poorly designed. It's unreal.
it's too bad though. Like I feel like if there would have been if it would, like very solid short loading times and all that stuff, and if that game would have came out for Vita, that would have been like the platform to play it on. Just like
for
quick
sure.
bursts here and there, like 15 minutes of a level, go do something, build a gun, like do whatever. But that would be really good.
Yeah.
But
Again, it's a good fit for a handheld, right?
Mhm.
yeah. But anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I think that's all actually.
Ooh.
I haven't really played much else. I'm getting super stoked for Speaking of Binding of Isaac.
For the
They're showing
Vita?
more, they keep showing more and
I know,
more
he's
gifts.
teasing it.
every
The
week, right?
bigger
Every week there's
levels
something.
now. It's not just like a small square; it scrolls and stuff too. Like there's all this. That looks good.
Like, I
Fuck.
can't wait. Can't wait for that
I need
game.
it. I need it so bad.
Yeah, but Kumar, I can't wait for you to play Outlast. I'm watching myself play it a little bit now from the clip that's playing, and oh my god, I can't wait for you to play Outlast.
I feel like it'd be even more fun for you to watch. Like now that you've gone through it, I feel like you would.
I just-
love to see someone else go through it too.
I would love to see you go through it, but like, I hope that if you get it on the PS4, like you should go to a store and buy like the PS4 camera so we can hear you or something, or I don't know what.
Play with
Just-
a headphone or a
I'll
mic
find a
set
way.
in.
Yeah, like I want to be able to hear what you think while you're going through it or something. Like that would be, I would love it. Anyway, I think
Yeah,
that's
that-
it. Oops, sorry, go.
No, that's it. I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure that's all I played.
Yeah, I think that's it for stuff we played this week. So rolling on to news, which will be pretty short. We don't have much to talk about since with the move, with us ending school, I haven't paid attention too much to the news in the
Yeah.
past 2 weeks. But some stuff to mention. Damn it, I was thinking about it earlier, something that I forgot to bring up. Okay, random stuff. I have it right here. Destiny beta is coming in July. They finally put out a few more
Oh shit!
little
I need to
tidbits.
sign up again. Sign up for that.
Oh, sign up. Okay. They teased a lot more stuff of what the 3 classes are. I think it's like Hunter, something, and something, which look pretty cool. But no, yes, it said that the beta is going to start in July. I think it starts a week early or something for PS4.
Did I tell you how much money they dumped into development for that?
Yeah, $500,000.
Half a billion dollars.
$500,000.
$500 million into that game.
But
Yeah, mind you, it's Activision. I mean,
And most of
their
it most of it
pockets
went into the infrastructure for it actually.
oh yeah, but for Bungie saying that they want to make it like a 10, 12-year thing, like you could totally see it. They want to make it work really good. And
Oh, yeah.
Despite it probably only being like a Borderlands shooter when it starts, when that game's going to keep getting upgraded and whatever, they're probably going to do some pretty crazy shit.
Oh, if they pull some like crazy ass Eve shit where it's like, yo, here's your map, zoom out. That's how big it is.
Yeah. But anyways, Destiny beta coming in July is awesome. I'm pretty sure we'll have more information at that at
Yeah.
E3 and all that stuff. So look forward to that. Dying Light, which is a game that I was super excited for, which is from the makers of
Dead Island.
Dead Island.
And Dead Island
I'm trying to think. Yeah, not Riptide. Well, yes, but not.
They were part of it.
Well, it's the same company, but not the same team.
Oh.
So the original people who made the original Dead Island, which was really neat, have been working on a game called Dying Light, which I thought was supposed to come out in August this year, but apparently they've announced the release date of February 2015.
See what happened to the combat system?
No.
They've gutted it.
What? Really?
Yeah, it was. They called their combat system like the analog combat system or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, that yeah.
They've removed that.
Yeah,
section out.
but like the way the stuff breaks and stuff
Yeah.
is still in there. Yeah. Okay, thank God. I was like, what the fuck? Why would they? Anyway, February 2015 is when that release is coming out, which kind of sucks. It's really far, but hey, it's gonna be good, I guess. Other than that, Elder Scrolls Online, that game that I was talking real crap about, saying like, oh, what's going to happen when it comes out in June? It's coming out in June or whatever. It's officially been pushed back 6 months on both PS3 and Xbox One, which makes a ton of sense because it is still, I'm pretty sure,
Raging pile of shit.
it's not a raging pile of shit, but it is definitely still very busted. And like the PC version is getting patches, I think, daily or weekly or something, but it's patching constantly. Pretty sure you can't do that on a console, especially if Warframe is any indication of that on PS4, where it's like, the Digital Extremes be like, oh man, you guys, we submitted the patch like 2 weeks ago. It'll be out soon. Sony just has to pass cert. We just have to pass cert. Just don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure Elder Scrolls will just be fucked on consoles. So
Yeah.
It's good that they're delaying it. It sucks for anybody who's been waiting for it, but it's good that they're delaying it. Something that was shown to me today during my stream was that apparently Epic Games is going to be making another Unreal Tournament game.
Yeah, that's.
Can't wait.
So it's going to be free
gonna
to
be
play.
intense.
It's not going to be free to play. It's just going to be free. And apparently it's not really made by... It's made by Epic, kind of, but it's the community building it.
Oh, okay.
So apparently you can apply and just work on it. If you want, you submit like your code. If they use it, awesome. Like you can, or I don't know. Apparently it's just like going to be a community building it. And it's going to be free at all times. They might open up a workshop at some point for like game modes in case you mod in something really crazy. Maybe you can sell it if you want to. But it's just going to be... free. People are just gonna make it.
Is it on Unreal 4?
I'm guessing so. Yeah. If it's Epic,
I can't
I'm pretty
imagine they wouldn't want it to be on Unreal 4.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's their flagship engine.
Well, the
They
thing
would
that
want
I find to be interesting, which was have you listened to the latest Giant Bomb?
No.
Okay. They talk a bit about the engine wars is heating up again.
Yeah.
And that kind of got me like thinking, and I did a little bit of research today about it. There's a lot of engines out there that like Epic used to just be known for giving out the Unreal Engine and like supporting it really well. Now there's like Unity and people are developing their own engines and doing some crazy shit like that, where that's kind of cutting into their, I guess, profit margin a bit. So I feel like they're gonna put a big push on Unreal 4. Like it's gonna be huge. They're gonna
Well, if Daylight's any indication on how that engine works, wow, I'm choking on my water there. That is an engine that still needs a lot of work.
Yeah. So, because Epic's not really producing games anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure they're still working on some stuff.
Fortnite?
Yeah.
When was that supposed to come out? Like this year?
It's going to be free to play now.
Really?
And then at the end of this year, apparently.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It looks pretty cool, actually, for building. But, anywho, yes. We'll on to other stuff. EVE Online put out a trailer celebrating their 11 years and what they expect the game to be like. They do this like every year, but they just showed the same thing where space battles, EVE Valkyrie people flying around, dude shooting at a space station. Looks like they're still trying to merge all of them. And if they do it, when they do it, it's going to be amazing. And despite that, I think all three games are still going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, you've got Dust 514, Valkyrie, EVE Online, and their 4th edition now, which is EVE something. Wasn't there another one that they were adding in?
No, I think it was just those three for now.
Those three?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to... Because Dust 514, they showed it in the trailer where they were shooting through a space station. Maybe they'll bring that to space as well.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be like a PC... there's been talk of a PC version of Dust 514.
That'd be cool. I think PS4, actually. They might bring that over, which would run way better and probably be good.
So...
But...
I feel like that's going to be some crazy shit. The people at CCP are fucking insane.
Yeah.
And they now have more money than they know what to do with. So they're just making crazy shit.
Did you hear about the monument thing? How they built a monument, like you could buy like the collector's edition. Oh, I have to. Sorry. It's gonna block out the game for a bit. There's a lot of breasticles and dicks and shit real quick, so I'm just gonna block out Outlast. No. Oh, dude, you don't even, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't even know, man. You don't. Even know.
But no, what did I want to say?
The monument?
Yeah, they built a monument. You could buy the collector's edition, which I think was like $200, something stupid.
Yeah.
And they'd write your name on a monument for being one of the founders. And
Was this for
Dude,
Dust
what
or
the
for?
fuck?
No,
was that?
for CCP. What?
Nothing. Never mind.
Are you watching the thing?
I just looked over for a sec, and I don't even know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's really fucked up. That Outlast is so good. Anyway, so the monument had all the people who donated and all that, or bought it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently there was people who would go to like it's all the way in Iceland, and they'd go to Devin's seeing the gameplay that I was showing. Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't show this right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's a person birthing or something. Anyway,
I remember you telling me.
there's
about this.
One of the players who went up to it and like a known like not douchebag but somebody who does a lot of bad stuff got his name fucking scratched out on it, and then he tweeted like, hey, I found your name and I made you lose it. Like, it's just so he just fucked it up because people are, I don't know, it's like bringing Eve stuff into real world stuff, and it seems really crazy.
Yeah.
But
that whole fucking like company and community is just it's a whole like weird level of shit that I am just not a part of, and I think it's so cool.
Yeah. And yeah, anyway, but other news stuff. Kentucky Route Zero, which is a sweet ass game, point and click adventure, which I've been hyping a lot about. If you guys have been also hyping about it and waiting, because they kind of don't really announce stuff about it till it's out, and they're like, episode 3's out. Well, episode 3 is out. I haven't played it yet. I'm totally excited to go back into it. It's really slow, but kind of really crazy. Yeah, episode 3 is out, so go check that out. It's gonna be sweet. Killing Floor got teased.
Oh yeah, Killing Floor 2.
They showed some screenshots of it. There's no gameplay yet, but apparently they're going to be using some next level gore stuff in that game, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Because, dude, that game was
sense, right?
What was that? Sorry.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, because that game has a lot of sick gore on the original version, which is using like the Unreal 2K4 engine. There's like cool slow motion stuff. There's a lot of cool co-op mechanics, and a second one of that with an improved engine would be amazing. I can't wait for that. That sounds amazing. They said that like don't expect it anytime soon. It's going to be in early access, but they said it'll probably be playable on early access sooner than you think.
Okay.
But it's not soon.
Yeah.
So my guess is like maybe end of year or something.
Yeah, probably end of 2014.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Need for Speed, EA Ghost or something, I think they're called. We're just like, yeah, we're not putting out another Need for Speed because they've been kind of pumping them out almost every year.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to make you guys the Need for Speed game that you want. And for that, we need a whole extra year. So, hey, I'm good for that. Need for Speed Rivals is really fun, in my opinion. So if they take that and build upon it, like a bigger map and more stuff, man, that's going to be pretty fun.
I wish there was more actual players in it.
Yeah, like you feel like they were kind of restricted by like time or something. Yeah. So yeah, more. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
There's only like
more players. You mean like having more people at once?
Yeah, more actual like live people, because it wasn't like restricted to 6 at a time or something like that.
Yeah, or no, I think it was even just 4.
No, it wasn't 8 and it wasn't 4. I think it was 6.
Yeah, maybe it was
6. 6 including yourself. You had 5 other people who could join your game.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a race, like a 6-person race. But I feel like it would just get fucking crazy. Like even if you had the 5-person race, you could only have, or 6-person race. You could have 6 people in the race, but it would be fucking sweet if you still had other players just fucking rolling around doing shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be crazy, as opposed to, hey, I'm just stuck with these 6 other people and they're across the fucking map for me and this is just AI.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So hopefully that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Sniper Elite 3 got a gameplay trailer that they put out. The reason I brought this up is because we tend to like the Sniper Elite games, and if they make a zombie one with the 3 engine...
Oh, man.
Dude, they increased the ballistics, they said, which is like when it goes slow motion, when it busts through people's faces, or like car engines now.
Yeah,
and
there's
shit.
there's car engines, and the fucking gore... They added this circulatory system to it.
Yeah.
So you can like shoot some dude's artery out, and like it'll just fucking explode out.
Yeah.
Dude, that game looks fucking sweet now. They added a graphical upgrade to it, and they set you in Africa, so it's like this crazy sprawling
wilderness
landscape, and like they added in like cities and like forts, and it looks really sweet. I'm gonna get that game.
I like.
Actually, is there even a release date for it yet?
No,
isn't it summer?
I think maybe it's summer or something, but I don't think there's a release date yet.
I feel like it might have been June 25th, actually.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
But anyways, I like how when you pre-ordered Sniper Elite version 2 or V2, they called it the Kill Hitler pack, and then this one, Kill Hitler pack. So just keep killing Hitler in every Sniper Elite for no reason. Hitler's in Africa, why not?
Just fucking kill him.
I think maybe he was, I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Was he? Okay, well then we'd kill him in Africa too. Yeah, anyway. Sunset Overdrive stuff, an Xbox One game from Insomniac, got some gameplay finally shown of it. It looks kind of nifty. but also kind of like weirdly slow. Like the
Yeah.
weird thing is they're kind of emphasizing on being able to like free run and kill things really cool, like, and move and have Insomniac style crazy weapons.
But I feel like it's slower
It's
than
slow,
I
like
thought.
slide on a rail, but you're kind of going a little too slow. Jump on this thing, you're kind of going a little too slow. Like, but I understand that they have to slow it down so you can still aim.
But I feel like if they added like an auto targeting system,
Yeah, maybe something.
something could like something that like if you got too close like would kind of click onto the head, that would really do it. But I feel like it's a little much sometimes that it's pretty slow.
Yeah, but it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we'll see more of it at E3.
Yeah,
but
most
Sunset
likely.
Overdrive at least looks pretty fantastic.
That's Xbox One exclusive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You stoked for it, Riccio?
yeah, I'm interested. I think I have it pre-ordered. Actually, I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know.
No, you don't.
I don't. I don't
No.
think so. Okay, well, awesome. Fucking goddamn it. But anyway, I don't think it's gonna be released anytime soon-ish. I think, but yeah. Anyway. For those of you who want to try WildStar out, I picked it up. I pre-ordered it, so I'll be starting WildStar at the start of June. But I think with the 3 days early access, I think it starts at the end of May, like 30th. Is there 31st?
Yeah.
Is there 31st in May?
28th.
31st. So 31st in May. So maybe on the 31st it might be starting. So I think it's June 3rd or June
Oh, it is?
4th. So.
Oh, okay.
But I'm picking up WildStar. But WildStar is officially open beta. If you guys want to go try it, get a handle on it.
I actually
and,
might go home and try it out, see how that goes.
So the also the beta cap was used to be 16 or 18, I think, and now it's 30. So go ahead and try it. You can now get access to PvP, to a dungeon, to the home crafting stuff, and like all that cool plot of land shit.
Cool.
So go give that a shot. I'll be picking it up. So if you guys are picking it up, let me know. We can all roll on the same server and have a great
That'd be
Unity clan or something, or guild, and have some fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Other than that, Harmonix teased and then announced a Kickstarter for Amplitude, which is a game that used to be on PS2 for a music-based game. It was before they made Rock Band. You'd have like 4 tracks or 4 or 5 tracks, and you kind of skip between them, and you'd have 3 buttons, which was like left, right, and middle. And you'd kind of like beat match. Then when you got like 10 in a row, it'd be like boom, and then it would auto do that track, and you'd switch to another track, and you'd build like the drums, the bass, the guitar, and you'd do.
Oh,
everything.
that's cool.
It was really sweet. They did it as well in the PSP version of Rock Band Unplugged, I think it was. But anyway, they're like, we're doing a new Amplitude if you guys pay for it on Kickstarter. So they're looking for $750,000. I think so far they have $178,000, which is looking a little not grim, but they have 14 days left, and I don't know if they'll make it.
Yeah, that's a little grim.
But I've dropped money into it. I'm so excited for that, and it'll have a PS4 and a PS3 release, and there's a stretch goal for putting it on Vita as well.
Oh, that's
So
sweet.
that'd be really cool. But Amplitude's really awesome, and if not, well, they always have Chroma, and that's something else that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
But go check out the Amplitude stuff. If you guys don't know what Amplitude it is, but you like Rock Band, you're probably going to be into this. Other than that, that's pretty much all I had for news. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff. I can't recall anything right now, and I think that's pretty
I
much.
feel like I might have seen something today, but I can't remember it for the life of me.
Okay. If anybody in the channel wants to bring up something,
It's gonna bother me now.
Tesla Effect came out actually. I don't know if it's available straight through Steam, but I got through Kickstarter.
Yeah?
For those of you who used to play the old school Tex Murphy style games like 5-disc crazy everything, they made Tesla Effect, which is the newest Tex Murphy. It still has like the video, full motion
yeah.
video and everything. And it's really weird because it takes place in like the same areas. So to see it in kind of 3D, it's not the best 3D, but to see it in 3D without loading screens going through doors and stuff, and seeing the same actors, even like the weird mutated people, they just like they filmed them, but they put makeup on, and it looks awesome. Tesla Effect is out, so go check that out if you guys ever played Tex Murphy. If Tex Murphy rings the bell to you guys, it's amazing. It's a point and click kind of private detective
Cool.
type crazy thing. Yeah, anyways, looking at releases, next week it seems like we've got Soul Sacrifice Delta coming out for Vita, which is like the next Soul Sacrifice. Which
Wait, is that here in North America?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so that it's finally coming out.
Yeah, right. I had no idea.
And it has a lot of like it's not a continuation, but it does transfer a lot of stuff over apparently. So that's kind of cool if you guys have finished Soul Sacrifice, like I think you have, Kumar. I could be actually wrong about that release date, but according to the Giant Bomb database here, I think I fucked this up because no,
Yeah, I feel like Borderlands 2 is already out for Vita.
but it says May 11th. Okay, so Borderlands 2 is already out for Vita, so this is a little bit wrong. Anyway, Battle Block Theater is also coming out
Oh,
next
sweet.
week, apparently on PC,
Nice.
which is pretty sweet.
Oh
And,
snap!
yeah,
I had
pick
no
that
idea.
up.
I was going to ask about that as to when it's releases.
We should
Yeah.
play that, Kumar.
as well as a game that I've heard about, but I don't know what it is. But it's called Super Time Force, which is available on the 360 and Xbox One apparently. I actually don't know what that is, but I've heard it mentioned a lot, so I'm gonna check out. Oh, okay.
Pixely shooter.
Yeah, Pixely shooter, side scrolly, jump and shoot 'em up thing looks pretty awesome.
Sweet.
So the people who made Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. All right, I'm in. Get me in on this. Let's do this. Anyway, I think that's it for releases.
Yep.
There's a lot of weird stuff that's coming out this month that I don't exactly know what it is. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
like indie stuff. There's like some weird like Dread Out. I think is next week.
Yep.
There's
What
like,
was this?
the forest.
Scroll up to.
Yeah.
One more. What the hell is that? Bound by Flame.
Down by Flame came out. It's like
I see that shit everywhere.
now I want you to think of Kingdom of Amalur.
Okay.
A little bit crappier.
Okay. All right, that's it.
It looks like it's a little weird. It's a budget game, but it also looks like it could be awesome. But the combat looked really weird. It looked like a realistic looking Kingdoms of Amalur.
Weird.
I saw it because it was on Green Man for 25% off. Plus, you get another 25 or 20% off on it, so it was like $22 or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I
That's
was
why I
like-
was like, what?
Then I looked at it and I was like,
Nope.
I'm not actually gonna play that.
Nope.
It could be good, but it's definitely something I'm gonna pass on. And yeah, that's pretty much it for releases. I
What do we
believe.
got for comments?
For comments on the podcast, we've got here. Let me do refresh real quick because sometimes people like to post it while we're doing this. Sweet. So we got Jeff MC Gaming saying first full caps.
Sweet.
Nice, Jeff.
Thank you
got
for
it.
being first.
You got it. We got Beast Wolf 1 saying, what is the most petty thing you remember doing?
I don't know,
Oh,
Rachel, what
man.
do you got?
I don't even. Somebody describe petty to me properly because I don't know.
Petty is like doing it with the effect of not hurting someone else, but ruining their day. So like
I
if
think it
somebody
would
has a
be, like-
balloon, just popping it out of spite.
I was going to say, I think petty could also be described as just something that's really, really shallow.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the traditional definition of the word, but shallow in the sense that
Being a
there
dick.
was really there was just really no reason for you to do it, yet you did.
Oh man, I feel like we do that constantly with like either one of us having like a system or like a pre-order that we've done. It's like, oh, did you want? Oh, but you can't do it because of whatever. Like I think we do that.
We do
often.
that shit to you, Riccio, all the
Yeah,
time.
all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
But I can't think of anything that I would have done like to be a huge asshole.
I totally popped some kids balloon animal
Okay.
before.
Oh wow.
What did you do,
Okay.
Sam? Say that.
I was at a fucking concert with my parents,
Yeah.
and it was like one of those like community like got clowns and shit rolling around, and there's like some people playing on stage, and I really like. There's this folk artist called Craig Cardiff that's out in I believe he's out in Renfrew now. He lives out there, so he's from the Ottawa Valley, and he's an amazing artist, and I really like him. And I went to this fucking folk festival to go see him and only him because he's a great artist. And this fucking kid behind me during the whole thing kept twisting the fucking leg of this balloon animal giraffe. Yeah, just like
So it's making
squeaking
the
noise.
huh?
It had to die.
And so this kid put it on the ground and was like, "Mom, could take me to the washroom." And I just fucking stabbed it and was like,
Kid?
and pretended that nothing happened.
Oh,
Devin
God.
popped the kid.
And like parents came back and was like, the kid was like, "Mom, what happened?" And she's like, "Don't worry, honey, we'll get you another one later." And he just sat there, did the rest of the performance quietly.
I can't think of anything mean that I've ever done ever. No, I don't know. Patty.
Riccio going bald.
No, that's the other question that we have from Sweet Too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
From my perspective, I don't think there's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've made several horrible decisions in my life, but as far as petty is concerned, I wouldn't be able to think of anything. I'm
Being
sure we all
born
done really
second.
petty shit when we were kids, but
Nightly on raid call, I'll ask someone a question, then instantly mute them from
Yeah,
being able
you're
to talk,
such
and then
an
and then you unmute them after. You're like, oh,
That's fucking petty. That's petty. That's fucking
When
petty.
Riccio changes my
Right
name.
there.
changing Kumar's name, and then right before
Richard.
asking him a question like, "Hey Kumar, what do you think of this?" Then changing his name on raid call, so when he types, it fucking has this really stupid name.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're such a jerk.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's being petty right there.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
He also says he had a question for Dan, which you can ask him another time. He says, "What would Dan do
Yo,
if you were?"
we could be Dan.
Yeah.
All right, so so Kumar, do you want to be Dan for this one?
Yeah, you
I
be
think
Dan.
we should all be Dan. Let's
Let's
try
all be
to-
Dan. All right,
Alright,
so if
Here's what we should do. We should answer this question like we think Dan would.
Crowdsourcing Dan.
all right, so what would we think Dan would do if we wow, watch out for this one, you guys. If we were to net deck a Warlock Murloc deck and wreck him.
I don't know what any of that means, so this is all on you guys.
I'm out.
I think I would use the legendary that
Heart of the cards.
he spent $50 and bought a shit ton of cards, so he got a lot of legendaries and stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah, he did it.
Oh,
he
fuck.
did the plunge so that he could get farther in the ranked stuff. He would. I can't tell if this is like a woodchuck wood. Is it, if you were to net deck a Warlock
Four
Murloc deck and
woods.
wreck him, like that sounds like
4 woods.
That sounds, but like net deck a Warlock Murloc deck and wreck him. That sounds like a tongue twister.
Yeah, that's weird.
But
I got
Is
nothing on that.
is that something to do with Hearthstone?
yeah, I want to say like a Warlock deck. Yeah, I think so.
Well, it could woodchuck.
Yeah,
if
maybe
woodchuck
it's a
could
Magic the
chuck
Gathering thing.
Warlock.
But yeah.
Warlock.
Oh god, I totally fucked it up. All right, well I'm gonna have to use some actual editing here to get the penis part off the
buddy.
screen here. Oh god.
Oh, buddy.
Oh wow, we missed the whole thing. Sorry, you guys. Great.
Riccio banned for 5 months inbound.
No, it's fine. It's fine on Twitch, but on YouTube, I'm gonna have to definitely time it up.
Shit.
Well, great. I only just saw that lol Riccio, lol Riccio, take that off, Riccio the video. Anyway, perfect. Great. Now I have to actually do work tonight on the podcast.
Yep.
No. But anyway.
Whatever. Just fucking like shittily put over the Unity Gaming logo over
Riccio, what
top
you
of
gotta
his
do is you gotta
junk.
do like the. Do you remember with one of the other videos you used? You pasted like
bar?
a movie picture that just said Raffle or something.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Um,
You're fine.
but anyways, yeah. So yeah, I don't know how to answer you, Beast Wolf one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm
Small,
not sure.
Small Fry Omega says, Riccio, check out OGame. It's a website that he then links, us.ogame.gameforge.com. I looked at it. I haven't tried it. I only just saw this now. It looks like an EVE Online browser-based thing, and that was a lot like, I don't know if you guys ever played like Drug Wars or something.
Oh, Drug Wars was the best.
It looks like something stupid like that I
Fuck
totally
yeah.
now want to play after I saw OGame.
Did you ever play? Did you say Drug Wars or Drug Lord?
I don't remember. I think I played like both of them. There's always like
Drug
multiple
Lord
ones.
was the like stock market. I buy like X number of pots and wait for pots price to go up, sell all my pots and make money. And Drug Wars was the browser based one.
Yeah, okay, there's that one.
All
yeah.
right.
And then
Though
of course,
Drug Lord is a pretty fucking sweet game, and you
Yeah.
should probably
I'll
play it.
everything about
Yeah.
that.
But
I'm gonna see if I can play that on my fucking
Yeah.
RT tablet because that would be great.
but that looks like the games I used to play, like even like P Universe or some weird shit, or like
Yeah.
similar. But I really want to check out OGame. I'm actually gonna try that, and it'll probably be something I keep on my other fucking monitor for no reason, just play it. But the reason I like it is it looks like there's timers on everything, and that looks interesting.
Great.
But
Maybe
anyway,
another cookie clicker.
yeah, pretty much.
Binge.
I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the Outlast stuff back on because the penises are gone. Anyway.
That was just hardcore.
Now,
penis.
reading the comment, and that was it for comments on YouTube stuff. Reading the comments in here, I know Sweet Two had a question. If anybody else had a question, feel free
What
to ask
is
it right
the
now.
most unique / intriguing physical difference you've ever seen on a person?
Kumar's face? It's really small.
Yeah,
Thanks,
his
man.
eyes are too like. His left eye is a good inch lower than his right eye.
Wow, you're making me sound like a fucking
He
Picasso
always
painting.
looks like he's winking at you, but he's not.
He
And-
believes in leprechauns.
Yeah,
So
he's kind of
petty.
always got like an.
He got a
eyebrow.
leprechaun tattooed saying "I believe"
Yeah.
underneath.
And then did you know that he doesn't actually have eyebrows or tattoos? If
He-
you look really close, it says "Love Life" written over and over until it's really bushy.
He only has 3 fingers on his left hand.
Did you know he doesn't have 2 legs? He has 5.
So next week on the Unity Gaming podcast, Kumar Molotovs all of his friends.
It's a really weird thing that he has.
It's awkward because
Tank
I like to
treads
call
for
his
arms.
left hand the crab claw. It's
Yeah.
still really weird.
And it's really weird that when he talks, popcorn shoots out of his mouth.
He has the inability
Why?
to filter alcohol.
It's odd.
Oh my god.
He pees Kool-Aid.
Did you know that when he talks, the ozone layer actually breaks?
He's the
ridiculous.
cause of global warming.
You guys saying that because I'm brown?
Yeah.
Whoa, now.
Piece of shit.
The greenhouse gases are there.
Missing an ear.
Yeah.
He has a blowhole on the top of his head.
I wish he was lucky enough to have noses.
Yeah.
Nose.
I wish he could afford one.
Oh, well.
I don't even know how you guys turned me into fucking Mr. Potato Head in the span of a minute and a half.
But the most unique, intriguing physical difference, I don't know actually.
I used to know a girl who had a green eye and a blue eye.
Oh, cool.
She had that like disorder that.
I actually knew someone like that as well, except for they were apparently, which I didn't know about till we were done high school, was like, yo, by the way, I'm blinded on my left eye. I'm like, just like a
Was it
revelation.
milky white? Because that's
No.
normally an indication.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think he was like blind, but like it definitely was. Like you could see out of it, but it was not helping. Like there was
Yeah.
just like it was just. I don't know. But yeah, it was just like
I don't
this.
know. I don't know if she was blind, but like it
Yeah.
always was cool because she was like our public speaker and like our valedictorian,
Yeah,
and so she always had a green and a blue.
yeah.
It's pretty intense.
But other than that, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think
I think Kumar's
weirdest one that comes to mind for me. There's an Indian actor named Hrithik Roshan,
Kumar?
and the guy's got a double thumb.
What?
Like
Legitimately has two thumbs on his left hand.
Weird.
I think it's the left hand.
What about? Have you ever heard of the Tree Man?
Oh
No
yeah,
idea.
yeah. He's got like he's like. a
It's
weird
like
bark
his
hand.
scars harden and calcify, so it looks like he's got bark all over his body,
Yeah,
That's craziness.
yeah.
like these tumors.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like how Hardy says, no wonder he's leaving Ottawa. The way you guys are treating him.
Stupid assholes.
So I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Unity Gaming podcast. It has been my pleasure to host this with Riccio at his new place.
Yeah.
If you guys are tuning in on iTunes, hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
You guys missed a lot of blurred penis.
Yeah,
Or
a
blocked
lot
penis.
of blurred,
It wasn't even blurred though. That's
a lot of not
It's not
blurred
blurred yet.
penis.
No, it's gonna be blurred.
Xbox turn on.
No, I already turned it on with my knee.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Or I turned it off.
Xbox turn on.
No, I can't.
Xbox turn off.
I don't know
Yes.
what's happening anymore. Yes.
Xbox explode.
I hit. Oh. Xbox get Outlast. Oh, you can't because it's released somewhere else. Fuck. No, I know.
Fuck. For those who are normally our FTL crew people, we are hoping to be picking that up soon with FTL Advanced Wars. Hopefully that will
Wars.
Advanced Edition.
Yeah.
Advanced
We're
Wars.
gonna max it. Mix
Dan's
it
gonna
with,
be super happy if that's the case.
Yeah.
We're hoping to be picking that up soon. Riccio, why you zoom in on fucked up
Do
shit?
you want to talk about it? One last question from Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So he says, "What is a product / idea you know of that you know of that you just don't know how it got popular?" Oh, that's his question to YouTube. All right.
Oh.
So once again, for people listening, if you guys want to comment,
Oh.
Sweet Tooth's got a question for you guys.
Oh yeah.
He says, "What is a product / idea that you know of that you just don't know how it got popular?"
So this is, I'm guessing, there's something that's really ridiculous that, for whatever reason, is still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's
I can't
a
think
really
of anything right now.
I
so-
can't wait for people to actually respond. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be-
sure we're gonna be
Respond.
surprised.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Sweet.
If you guys are our YouTube crew, make sure you leave some comments. We love reading them. We are hoping to have some FTL up sooner rather than later. Hopefully soon. Not really sure. We'll probably arrange something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning into our podcast. I have been Sompy.
I've been Riccio.
Kumar, sorry I was late, guys.
No
That's
worries.
all right. Glad you
You
can
made
join
it.
us. Cheers.
did, yeah.
Take
All
care.
right, take care, guys. Have a great night.
Don't. I hope you didn't go back and then try and see if you could see through the blurry penis part. Don't. If you rewounded, I hope that sound is just terrible. If you guys rewound to check to see if you saw the penis, don't do that.
Rewrite.
Don't do that.
Rechew.
Take care, you guys.
Rocco.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
All right, that was a good joke.